All right, all right. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a interesting show for you guys today. Give me 1 second though. All right, gotta close that. Boom. Gotta do that. All right, we good. Okay. So today we got an interesting show for you guys, man. It's almost as if someone who knows about the economy, someone who knows about business, someone who knows about all companies can be greedy. It's almost as if there's been someone that's been saying this for quite some time. It's almost as if there's been someone that has told the Spawncast over and over. I've told John, I've told RGT, I've told Josie, I've told Celia, I've told Nate, I have told Evan, I've told MVG, I have told everybody that there's no way that Microsoft can continue to offer 10 million games for $10 a month or $20 a month. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I've already said this. And then now we have the news that came out. But we're going to get into shout outs first and foremost. We're going to get into some donos that are coming in. And then we're going to get into the hypocrisy of it all. Because I am looking at Pokemon Trainer Moist's channel. And I don't think there was a video. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I saw a video at all. You know, the $80 thing, that got I don't think there's been one yet. I don't think I've seen one yet, but let me see. Let me double check. So, and yet, nothing. 5 hours ago, could have been a video talking about that. And there's no video. Instead, he made a video talking about how he's not a human playing a video game. There easily could have been a video on these big price increases and how multi-millionaires like Moist Critical are very angry. Where are the videos from the multi-millionaires, guys? Where is Linus Tech Tips? Where's the videos from the? Where are they at? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the videos from the multi-millionaires getting angry that they have to pay a bit more for gaming, trying to make it seem as if they're on the same level as of all of us plebes, you know. But I see no video. He's simply talking about a video. He's playing a let's play, essentially. Pretty lazy let's play. So very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Nothing there, man. Nothing there at all. It's been all day. We've known about these price increases. Maybe we'll see something tomorrow. Shout outs to Shaw X with the $5 says, drop the price. Yeah, I have not seen the people say drop the price. There has not been the drop the price thing. That's not happened either. Kinesis with the $2 says, I've been waiting all day for this live stream. I've been waiting all day for OJ's live stream. Colonel Rick says, hey OJ, I find it funny how at the beginning of the year everyone went crazy over Switch 2 prices. Now Microsoft came out and said hold my beer. Yeah, but I knew that prices can get worse for all these companies. That's why I don't like the price increases for any company. That's why I always come out and say things for every single one and say, you know, I'm not sure if I like this or not. And I make sure to make videos on every single one talking about it because we need to have consistency. We cannot be hypocritical in these circumstances or these cases. We cannot say it's okay for one thing, but not okay for other. But we've got guys like Moist Critical who have no problem ignoring it or not doing anything or not saying anything when it's not what they know their audience is going to lap up and the YouTube algorithm, which would be getting angry at Nintendo stuff. Yeah, we have not seen, where is the, you do not hate Microsoft enough. Where's that video at? You know, where's all that at? You know? So very interesting for sure. Shout outs to J Will Presents with the 29 months. Shout outs to Chalice DJ with the 46 months. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate the 46. Appreciate the 29. Let's go. We got 12 on the combo board. So we are humming along, guys. All full combo rewards and effects are all going down. And I forgot to say this yesterday, but we hit a huge milestone, platinum streak at 40, which is insane. The 100 combos 40 times when it comes to in a row on regular streams. So let's keep the streak going. At 50, we have a big celebration, a big marathon stream if we hit 50 on the platinum streak. So we are close, man. We are so close. That'll be this October. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. Let's go over more shout outs though. I got to do more shout outs. General Zamora is here. Dior is here. Kevin is here. What is up? Clabby is here. Warfare is here. Justin is here. Joshio is here. Let me guess. Internet going to blame Nintendo for Xbox increasing price of the Game Pass. I mean, they blamed Nintendo the first time. I don't know if they're going to do it this time. I think a lot of people are just being like, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to cancel my Game Pass subscription. Izzy Diaz says, hey, OJ, just found out I'm going to be a dad with my first kid. I'm nervous to tell my mom. Oh my gosh, bro. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, bro, trust me. I know what you mean. Not with my second, but with my first. Oh man, yeah, bro, I've been there, man. Yeah. I've been there. That is a conversation that you're like, your mom's like, you young man, what have you been doing? What have you been doing, young man? Oh, no. Hey, but I'm here for you, brother. Congrats on that one. Congrats. Shout out to my man Izzy. Congratulations on the boy or girl. Let us know. Give us an update later when you find out what the sex of the child is. So congratulations, Mr. Izzy Diaz. Congrats though, man, for real. So yeah, man. Thank you guys. Planning to tell her today, boys. Planning. Okay, yeah. The sooner you do, the more of like, it'll be like better. I'm hopeful that, your mom likes the woman who's involved. So hopefully that's good. Hopefully the relationship's okay there. I mean, I hope she knows you're dating this person or you're with this person. The worst is like when they've barely even met them or they don't even know. That I've seen that before, not with me, but I've seen that before, and that is like, oh yeah, that one is the toughest one, So congrats though, man. Congrats on that, and of course, I hope you and your family the best when it comes down to it. Oh man, where's the digital only people now? I know, seriously, man, where's the digital only people? They're coming, don't worry. Let's get more shout outs here though for peeps. The Great Waz here. Jack says, are you gonna come on and talk about how Nintendo caused Xbox to increase game prices? I want to make like a parody or like funny video about that. I also want to make sure that we do the combo breakers because we did hit our first goal. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Got that first one. 15-minute extension unlocked. Next one up, we only need 8 more combos, and we're at 30 minutes for tonight's stream. What's up, Hmon? What's up? Welcome to the guys. This is, I understand they put tariffs on subscription services, bro. They did. What's up, OJ? Once again, you're right that Nintendo would be the budget option after all these price increases. I'm telling you, that's what I tried to tell you guys. I said this could be the thing where Nintendo becomes the budget option, which is crazy because they're like, not really, but like, yeah. They went to TGS and had this announcement waiting. They had it on deck. They had it on deck. What's up, Jax G? What's up, Epic Globster? What's up, The Great Wall? What's up, Byzantium? I probably said that wrong. What's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, guys. Shout outs. Let's go. Skullman. What up, Skullman? I haven't got an email from Microsoft about increase. Last time they sent email. Yeah, maybe they're like, nah, don't hit the send all on that one. What's up, Dior? Once again, Triple X. What up, Triple X? Mike Wells. What up, Mike Wells? Yeah, me and this person been together for about 3 years. Good relationship with the fam. But thank you, Nintendo gamers on the way. Hey, there you go. Okay, well then it's much easier to let your family know if that's the case. 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good. I'm guessing you're. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, like, how old are you? Are you like, are you in your 20s or 30s or Like, also, age is also one of those things. I mean, usually if you're in your 30s plus or whatever, your family is ecstatic, right? It's like, oh, finally, like I can finally be a grandma. You know, your mom's probably thinking that. So, I know for like the longest time in my family, Izzy, I had the only grandchild. Like, for my mom, I had the only grandchild for like more than a half decade. Like, you know, and my mom was just like, and I'm the youngest, and I had the only child. Like, there's only like one of us that had a child, like, for the longest time. Now there's a lot more now, but back then it was like, my mom used to always look at me like, yeah, you guys I'm gonna be halfway into the grave by the time that I get more grandchildren. My mom used to always say that. I'm like, mama, it's easier said. It's not as easy to do what you're asking. You know, it's not as easy. So, like, don't talk to me about that. Talk to my brothers and my sisters. They're the ones with no kids. At least I got one. Oh, man. Yeah, happy anniversary to Monolith Soft. Xbox fanboys complaining about $30 a month. Yeah, well, it's not even just fanboys. Just people who have... I mean, not everybody that has Game Pass is a fanboy, you know? So, so I have three brothers, 2 sisters, but they're all a bit younger. So I'm the first currently. Oh, okay, cool. 28, brother. Okay, yeah, that's the perfect age, man. Because here's the thing, you don't want to wait till you're too old, you know, because then like 20 years from now, you'll only be 48. You know, you don't want to wait till you're like 30-something, 40, or late 40s, and all of a sudden, by the time that the kid is you know 15, 16, you're like 60-something, you know. So it's good. 28's like probably the perfect age, man. Like can't ask for anything but 28, 29, probably the perfect age, you know. Probably the perfect age for all that. So that's good. Because like I said, you don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be 20 years from now and like, or even like 10, 15 years from now, like your boy's playing football or baseball or whatever, and your knees are all going out and stuff. And like losing all your hair, your knees are going out and all that. Like, you don't want all that. You want to be able to run around and play with them, you know? So that's good. That's not bad at all, man. You know? That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Just get it over with. Get it over with. Oh, man. Let's see here. Are you wishing for a boy or a girl, or do you not care? Let's see here. And then why did you tell me? Well, I mean, I told you 35. Here's the reason why I told you 35, party man. I told you 35 as like the max. I think I gave you like, hey, look, like no later than 35, you know? But I think I said, hey, look, if it's somewhere in the 30s, you know, that's fine. Like, you know, before 35. Now, once again, if you go above 35, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, obviously, I had one child past 35 as well, you know, but I already had one, you know, decade plus ago. So yeah. So I got the PS5 Pro and Ghost of Yotei DualSense controller. So with it now, just setting up. Sorry, I haven't been here for a while. It's all good. Beacon and Chelsea. Let me know how all that is. Let me know how Ghost of Tsushima is. I don't think I'm gonna be getting it day one. I still have to go through and beat Ghost of Yotei. I still have to beat Ghost of Tsushima. So I'm kind of holding off on that for a bit. But yeah, I'll get around to it. I'll get around to that. Shout outs though. Welcome. How are you doing today? I wouldn't say if you're 35, past 35, forget about kids. I wouldn't say that. It's just like, you know, it just might not be in your wheelhouse right then and there. Michelle with the 31 months. Thank you so much, Michelle. This is I'm 36. It's too late for me. Oh yeah, right. You just don't want any. Stop it, Shaw. Oh man, drop the price. I know. I'm gonna like listen. I can't wait for the Spawncast on Saturday because they're gonna hate me. They hated me. He hate me. They hated me last week when I was like, drop the price with the PC handhelds and stuff like that, and the Xbox ROG Ally. Oh man, they're gonna really hate me now. This is what happens when you focus all of your attention and energy on one company being some type of Dr. Evil superpower, and then you forget about everybody else doing the exact same things. That's exactly what the video game industry is that's exactly where they're at right now. Let's see here. Drop the price. Best part of last week's Spawncast. I was gonna play Tsushima first, but the Watanabe Samurai Champloo mode is too good to wait on. Oh, okay, yeah. Wanatabe, there you go. Okay, yeah, the music guy, yeah. They malfunction, bro. They're gonna malfunction this week. They're gonna malfunction this week. So Robert De Niro having kids at 80 or something. That's true. He did have a kid super late. Let's see. Well, you know how they're gonna say it started with Nintendo. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. So it started with Nintendo when it comes to it. So Nintendo got them to decrease the price too when they removed the price as well. Well, you know, so I guess I got them to remove the $80 price tag, right? Microsoft seriously just said price increase on games. Nope. Price increase on Game Pass. Let me just press that button instead. Let me just undo the damage from that one and then go to that one. Like I said, to be honest, I don't buy Game Pass. Let's keep it a buck. All right, let's keep it a buck. I don't buy Game Pass, and the reason why I don't buy Game Pass, not because of this right here, of like stuff like this right here, but I figured that Game Pass to me isn't going to be worth the long haul investment. And here's the reason why it's not worth the long haul investment. Because it's a rental service. That's the reason why it's not. And they can change the price, just like renting games. They can change the rules all the time. They can change when you bring back the game, late fees that incur, increases on that. Now, sure, they can change the price of games too, and they have over the years. It used to be, you know, obviously there's been outliers from like the cartridge era, but $50, $60, $70, and now even sometimes with one game, Mario Kart World, $80, right? But at least with that, it's not, you got to return it. At least with that, it's you purchase it and you own it. You own the game. You don't have to worry about, oh, if I don't pay my monthly sub, it's, you know, whatever the case is. So for me, I felt that in terms of my free time, and my free time times the amount of content, and Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, they'll sit there and say you can get all this stuff, knowing good and well that you do not have time for all of that. But it's the overwhelming value fallacy. It's not a fallacy, but just stick with me here. It's the overwhelming value situation where they try to present you with so much stuff, so many options, but they know that, and they know that you're not even going to have time to explore all that, but they want you to keep it because you think that you're getting so much, you know? So that's really what it comes down to, you know? Shout outs to Izzy with another $10 dono. Yo, Izzy, the new dad to be. Says, but man, I rewatched that scene from Xeno 3. I don't want to spoil anything, but you know what I mean, man. There's a scene in Xeno 3 that teaches the blessings of new life. Oh yeah, absolutely. I know what scene you're talking about. And yes, it's a very, 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 very cool, emotional, and good scene. Shout outs to Xeno 3. Shout outs to the reference to that too. I didn't think about that right away, but absolutely you can put it towards Xeno 3 a bit in terms of certain stuff, man. So yo, Izzy, thank you so much, man. We're gonna just go ahead and put you at $20 with the 2 10s, the 2 dubs. That's not a dub, 2 10s to the dub. Let's go. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Izzy. Right now, running with the board, 32 on the combo board. Let's go. Combo breaks, overclocks as well. Let's go. 30 minutes.
Overclock Buster.
Shout outs. Oh, there we go. Let me make sure I press that button. There you go. A little bit late, but we got it. Shout outs. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mr. Izzy. Anybody does $20 more, you can bid on Izzy on the Hokage board, or 10 to be on the Stream Ninja board. Let's go. Remember, if you drop a dono too, make sure you put your music request in there. Izzy, if you want some music, let me know, and I got you. Chrono Rig, I think you dropped the dono. Super Crit, oh no. Chrono Rig, yeah, and yeah, Chrono Rig, if you want something, let me know, man. I got you. I got you, fam. I got you, Chrono Rig. Big love. Thank you for the 5 once again. Let's see here. I'm trying to beat Mega Man 9. Let's go. When you have so many thoughts, and why you feel like at time it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes life can be overwhelming, you know. Remember when you could get 3 months of Ultimate for $28? Oof, we are at unprecedented times. Well, here's what I said, guys, and also I felt that buying $5 billion, like 5 billion companies in order to fund the beast that's Game Pass, to me, I never liked that strategy. I never liked Microsoft moving over to the all digital strategy, moving over to the game. I never did. I wanted Microsoft to double down on what works. To me, Forza, Gears, Halo, Perfect Dark, you know, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, focus on the games. Focus on the big games, make those games better. That's what they should focus on. That's what I thought that they would focus on. Focus on those games. Make them better, make them big, make them great. you know, and they didn't do that. They focused on buying a bunch of companies and going multi-platform, you know, and Game Pass. So I felt Microsoft, I obviously we have a different idea of which one or what Microsoft should do, but people said Game Pass is the greatest thing, and I was like, it's not sustainable for the price that they have it, and it's gonna be one of those things that's gonna end up costing so much. It's gonna be like, I don't have time to spend this much, you know. Yes, it's great value. Even with the price increase, it's probably still great value, but you don't really have the time to spend that much when it comes to having that much, you know, with that. You'd rather just not even do that, right? Because let me tell you the reason why. Because if you play other systems, it's not worth it at all. If you dedicate your whole life to Microsoft, it's worth it. You know, if you dedicate all your game playing time and you're a big Microsoft game fan, it is worth it. For the most hardcore of Microsoft Xbox gamers, you know, achievement hunters, people that want to play stuff day one, they have to rip open the box and play it, or metaphorically speaking, download the digital thing and play it, then yes, Game Pass is worth it. But for most people like myself, who we work a lot of you guys work a lot, you guys are tuning in at work, or, you know, when you're doing other stuff, you don't have time to be sitting here playing 5 million games day one, on top of playing Xbox or playing PlayStation or playing PC as well. A lot of us just don't have time for that. I mean, it's great value, but do you really have time to play all of that stuff? Probably not, you know. And that's really, it's not even really about the money for everybody. It's really more about the time. Like, do you have time to sit there and truly take advantage of every single game that comes out on that service and play it? Most people don't. Most people just do not. So that's really what it comes down to, you know. Let's see. Do you hate Microsoft? Just do their thing. Do I hate Microsoft? No, I don't hate Microsoft at all. I have an Xbox Series X. I mean, I've bought pretty much every platform from Microsoft. I wouldn't buy their platforms if I hate them. That's weird, you know. So no, I don't hate them at all. I have barely have an hour to play it. Yeah, exactly. Like between maybe watching a show that you want to watch, or between, you know, kids, if you have no kids, between gym, or between family, or taking care of someone else, or work, or just rest. You know, a lot of times you go to work, you come back, you're dead tired. All you want to do is throw on a stream, you know? All you want to do is throw on a stream and just kind of chillax, or listen, or play a little handheld game or something. A lot of times during the week, you don't even feel like getting into big blockbuster games and downloading and waiting for stuff. Like, a lot of times people don't even feel like doing that during the week. I know how I felt during the week after I come home, man. I was exhausted, you know? Hey, what's up, Justin? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Brian Jedi? I can't prove, but somehow Game Pass's price increase is Nintendo's fault. That's true. That's true. We need the meme of Dexter, the black-eyed dokes, when it's like, you know, have you guys seen those memes where it's like, I can't prove it, but I know it, and it just shows him like, and it just shows him looking in very suspicious ways, because he used to always be very suspicious of Dexter, who's the actual serial killer. This is Nintendo's fault. I just can't prove it right now. It's definitely that. The funniest thing though, like for those memes, is that it's funny for you youngins, but if you actually watch Dexter back in the day, it makes it way more hilarious. Which I did watch Dexter back then. I did watch the show. But it was like unintentionally funny. Like the clips from the show, they're so memeable at this point, you know? They're so memeable. Oh man. So yeah. Let's see. YouTube titles be like, Xbox continues to disappoint, and then Nintendo is pure evil. Yes, it's the dichotomy between the two is very interesting for sure. I mostly play SRPGs and sim games. Game Pass is not targeted for my type of games. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are some RPGs on there, but yeah, that's true. You said SRPGs. So yeah. I still like playing Halo, but yeah, that is a lot for Game Pass. Well, I mean, Halo's a free-to-play game, so I mean, you don't need Game Pass for Halo, right? Like the newest Halo, or do you mean like older Halos? This is, I'd much rather buy game key cards than pay for Game Pass. Well, at least that would give you at least at this point more ownership of the game. But yeah. It's funny how they got second meme to go after the, so long. Yeah, I know the surprise mother. Yeah, that's true, because the surprise MF was like a meme that had been around, right? That had like a while ago, and then they got another one with this one, you know. So yeah, the surprise was great. Baron used to always use that. Baron used to always use surprise, busting through the door, busting through somewhere, or in that in like that docking bay, like at the like at a pier or whatever, like with all like the big those big old metal things that people store stuff in. So yeah, you do for online. Well, to be honest, I don't even know how Microsoft separates online play from Game Pass. To be honest, I don't know the prices differences and all that. So yeah, but now Microsoft, it's basically 50% more. Now Game Pass is $30 a month. It used to be, what was it? Was it 15? Or was it $20 a month? I think it was like 20. It was like 15 or $20 a month for Game Pass. Now it's $30 a month for like the highest tier Game Pass. They reshuffled it. They got some cheaper tiers too, but you don't get, I don't think you get day one games. You don't get day and date games, like, or day one, and you don't get the full catalog. You get, it's like stripped back per each tier, you know, almost like NSO. Like, whereas like with NSO, like the basic tier, you don't get all the systems that you get on the premium tier, you know, on like the $50 tier. Too bad the Total Recall, get ready for a surprise, went down so quickly. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Anthony Smith? Phil asked himself, what would Nintendo do? And boom, price increase. Yeah, that's true. He thought of Nintendo, and when he thought of Nintendo, that's what got him to increase the price. You know, when he just simply just thought of Nintendo, he's like, they raised the price of Mario Kart, so therefore I will raise the price. For the gamers, baby. Let's see here. Microsoft going micro hard, and the price with the price increase. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What's up, Squirrella? Welcome. Still at work, but sneaking in a little stream time. Hey, let's go, Squirrella. Welcome. Don't get caught, though. Where's the drop the price people? I don't know where the drop the price people are at. I don't know where they're at. I don't know where the drop the price people are at. I don't know. I kind of want to make like a video talking about it. You know. So let's ask them where that is. Where are the drop the price people at? We don't know. We don't know where they're at right now. They don't want to talk about anything right now. They don't want to talk about it. Halo Infinite's multiplayer is free to play, so no subscription needed. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but like I'm talking about like the online play, just regular online play. Hi, OJ just canceled my Game Pass Xbox Live for 10 years. Why did you do that? You just lost all your games. You should have kept it, man. You should have kept it. See, look at that. 10 years now down the drain. 10 years of 10 years down the drain. That's just crazy. That is my biggest fear, is what Javier just told me. You sit there and you say, oh man, I'm going to dedicate my life to Game Pass. I dedicated to Game Pass for 10 years. Okay, all that money that you paid, 10 years, whatever, however you got it, reward points, whatever the case is, that could have went towards something else. But now that instant library that you're so used to having is all gone. That you probably didn't buy those games, or you probably said, oh, I'm not going to buy this because I have Game Pass. All that time, all that is just gone. That is a terrifying, to me, that is terrifying. That is a terrifying scenario to be in. I don't want to do that. I don't want that to be a thing for me. That's why I'm good. I don't want to, I don't want that to be in my mind that if I'm done with Game Pass, I'll lose all of my instant library, because everyone loves to see a big instant library of credible games to play, right? But 10 years and now all that's just gone in an instant because of a price increase. Yeah, I'd rather just not even jump in at all, you know? I'd rather just not jump in at all. Like when you know something's going to be addictive, or something's like you're going to be like hard to part with something, it's better to just not get involved at all in the first place, for me at least. There's been many nights where I don't play anything, or I don't know what to play. I feel like after work. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. That's what okay, you're talking about Orlando. Shout outs though. Thank you, General Zamora, for another $2 dono. We're at 34 on the combo board. We are only 11 combos away from 11-minute extension on tonight's stream. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. I appreciate y'all. Drop the price peeps are playing that new Sonic. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Also, people say Microsoft is pro-environment. Microsoft invests so much money in AI, which studies says AI is bad for the environment. Well, that's stuff that I would have to do more research on. I think that there's no need for to say drop the price because people who are actually angry are canceling Game Pass. Well, we'll see about that when it comes to the numbers. We'll see about that. But the people that were actually angry, they could have just not bought the game, right, with Mario Kart. So they could have just not bought that. So if that is true, the people that were saying drop the price and all of that, they could have just not bought the game, you know? They could have just not bought the game. But they were still saying that because they said drop the price. So why aren't people just saying drop the price? Why isn't there that same level? Why is it just, oh, now we're going to vote with our wallet, you know? I always suggest voting with your wallet, but with the whole drop the price thing, that was like, no. You got to be, if you're a Nintendo fan, you got to be vocal. You got to say something because you voting with your wallet is not enough, right? So that's what I'm saying here. I need to see the same level. I need to see the same type of, I would say, outrage for that. That's what I need to see the same energy. When Mario Kart was 80, what did I say? I said, that's too much. That shouldn't be that. I said, that's too much. I went with the bundle, but I said, that's too much. So all I'm asking for is the same type of energy. That's all. All I'm asking for is to not be hypocritical. That's all I'm asking for, is for no hypocrisy, okay, on stuff like this. If you have an issue, if you're a multi-million YouTuber with 17 million subscribers, okay, and you went on a tear, you're a multi-millionaire, and you went on a tear about $80 games, about how angry you were and how terrible that company was, and then you also made a video stating that Nintendo made Microsoft do this. It was Nintendo's fault that Microsoft jumped the price of their stuff, and then you ignored when Microsoft actually rescinded that because it makes you look like a complete idiot, and you're a multi-millionaire. You're a big-time YouTuber. You look like a Pokemon trainer. There's no way that you could admit that you were wrong, and Nintendo's goofy kart racer had nothing to do with anybody else's prices. You don't want to admit that, and now you don't want to talk about Microsoft at all because it shows that it's not something that you were wrong about this whole thing. That's the problem that I have, and it's a shocking amount of big content creators that have followed this flowchart until it came, not even big, even smaller content creators, till it came to a screeching halt. So now they don't even want to talk about Microsoft at all because they can't tie it back to their agenda, to their lies, to their nonsense. That's the only thing that I have, man. Once again, I'm not being irrational here. I don't think I'm being irrational here on this one. I'm simply saying we need to have the same energy. Because remember, it's the consumer advocate people that are doing this. Why are you ignoring consumer advocate stuff? I think price increases would be something that, as a consumer advocate, as someone who says I am here for the consumers and for the gamers, which they're not. A lot of these loudmouth, you know, when I'm saying fake hyped up on fake steroids, having weirdos dressing up because they're boring. You know what I'm saying? All these people, they'll lie to you all day about they're for consumers. They're not. They're for themselves. They're always there for themselves. I see through these people. That's why none of them want to actually have a real debate or discussion, right? These people are liars, okay? So all I need is the same type of energy. That's all I'm saying. When the $80 thing came up with Nintendo, I talked about it. When the Sony thing came up with the $80 for a disk drive and a premium system for $700, I talked about it. When the price increase for the Switch 1 came up, I said I don't like it. I talked about it. I didn't not say something because it doesn't fit my narrative or my agenda. And that's the problem that I have with these people. They'll be consumer advocates when it's necessary, or sorry, not when it's necessary, when it's convenient for them. Outside of that, instead, on days where we get a big price increases for millions of people who have Game Pass, they want to talk about horror games. They want to play video games now and all of this. They want to play little PC games, little crap Steam games and all this type of stuff. They don't want to talk about the issues now. You best believe if Nintendo raised the price of their services more, trust me, those people would have videos on deck. They would have videos on deck. So that's all I'm trying to say, man. I'm just calling out the hypocrisy. That's it. And why am I calling out the hypocrisy? Well, because I can. I'm a content creator. I can call it whatever the hell I want to call out, okay? So, and once again, I've invited these people, if they feel targeted, I've invited them to come talk onto here, which some of them have even reacted to my videos. They all run scared. Because why? because you can manipulate your fan base, you can edit, or you can manipulate your fan base any way that you want to, and you don't want to look bad in front of somebody else, you know?
I too said drop the price as well. But in my same breath and same sentence, I said I will buy it. Because it's Mario Kart. And guess what? I saved up more and brought it. Physical.
Shout out to CR Worlds Gaming. Thank you for the $3 dono, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, listen, dude. At the end of the day, I've said this once and I'll say this again. You can buy whatever you want. I don't care what people buy or what people don't buy. Like, if you want to buy, it's your money, it's your time, it's your life, it's your energy. I don't know everybody, nor do I need to know everybody and what they do. We don't, there needs to be no parasocial stuff. It's okay, you know? And I'm not trying to sit there and say that everybody should be revolting. All I'm saying is that I need to see the same energy from some of these people that are consumer advocates. I need to see the same thumbnails that are sitting there with Phil Spencer and saying that he's the greediest person in the world. Where are those videos at? Where are these people at? Okay? Because we got that with Doug Bowser. Where are these people at? I hope those people are working on videos for Game Pass with that. I hope that they are. Probably not, but I hope that they are. Let's see the same energy, because we didn't see that before. So that's all I'm saying. That's it, you know? Let's see here. Nintendo adding libraries of games to consoles that are no longer available in stores. Okay, you're right about Nintendo hate going overboard. I agree some of the points, but they're only doing it for views right now. Here's the thing. The thing is this. Yes, most of it is for views right now. But at the same time, like, I understand. I don't have a problem with people saying, oh, they're angry videos about prices or whatever. That's fine. You can make whatever video you want. All I said is just be consistent. Don't have double standards. And what I say is double standards, we've seen it already. Horizon Zero Dawn, Tencent lawsuit. Sony suing for copyright infringement on their game or whatever the case is. And the same people that were crazy about Pal Worlds say, oh, well, that's okay. They don't have a problem. There's been nothing on that. There's been nothing. And it's almost, while they're being sued for two different things, and I don't want to get into it too much, it's two different things between copyright infringement and then one is like where you say, hey, you're ripping off our designs. Those are two different things, you know? But at the same time, it's still the same thing, in my opinion. The only difference is that people hate Pokemon and they love Steam. And that was Power World with Steam. And when they hate Pokemon, there's a lot of people that just hate it. So they think it's like, oh, they're trying to, do whatever. Now, once again, I don't want to get too much into the lawsuit stuff because honestly, I don't care. I don't care about the Power World lawsuit. I don't care about Sony's lawsuit overall, But these same people do not have all that smoke for Sony when they're suing them. So what if it looks like Horizon? Who cares if it looks like Horizon? They were perfectly fine with a bunch of, before we knew exactly what the lawsuit was about, they were perfectly fine with Pokemon or with pals looking like Pokemon, looking exactly like many Pokemon, looking like they ripped off so many designs of, they were completely fine with that. They had no issue and said, oh, well, that's just common. That's just normal. They were completely fine with Pokeball, essentially Pokeballs, spears. They were completely fine with them throwing the exact same mechanics and things. They were completely fine with all that. So a lot of these people, once again, are selectively outraged when it comes to different types of things. They'll be selectively outraged on this type of stuff. Big content creators included. So let's see here. Fake Nintendo cops gonna be like, wow, Nintendo this and that, but what about Xbox, bruh? One pal looked exactly like Lucario, the different color scheme. That's what it's not even just Lucario. It's like there's like a bunch of different ones. So yeah, man. Let's say I pre-ordered Galaxy 1 and 2 physically immediately. Yeah, I had to get that. I didn't do it immediately though. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is $30 a month plus Premium is $18 a month or $160 a year. NSO Expansion Pack is $50 a year. Membership $50 a year. Family membership is $70 a year. Yeah, I mean obviously if you're looking at Nintendo doesn't offer big games though on that. So Nintendo's strategy is different. And I think that they're the only ones who can actually make a strategy like that work because they have the retro catalog to do that. But yeah. OJ, do you think investors are pushing too much of Microsoft's CEO is to blame because this is delusional? this is too delusional. This is basically Phil Spencer, and this is the Satella Nadella guy. It's both of them. It's a combo tag team between those two and Microsoft's Xbox's upper management, you know. So yeah. Alternate skin for him in Pokemon Unite, the Anubis one, yeah. They'd be blaming everything on Nintendo. I understand that they want them to fail for numerous reasons, but I wish that they look at the whole gaming community as a whole and the content of it. Well, listen, I don't have a problem with calling things out when there's something to call out, but like I said, don't be hypocritical about it. I don't like, listen, man, I'm a debate guy. I don't like double standards, and I don't like hypocrisy. Those are the two things that I don't like. I don't like those two things.
I just heard they had an interview talking to Phil Spencer at the Tokyo Game Show. They were talking to him about other IPs he liked to bring back. One came up, Lost Odyssey. Can I get any music from Lost Odyssey?
Yeah, absolutely. Lost Odyssey. He also said Blue Dragon. He said a couple different IPs. Shout outs to Kevin. Thank you for the $3 dono. 40 on the board. Combo breaker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are 5 more combos and we got a 45-minute extension. Noah and Mio, or actually more like just Noah, kind of goes flying through the skies here. So yeah. OJ, when should I sell the sealed 3D All-Stars I have? Not now. Wait like 10 years. Let's see here. Xbox added $20 worth of subscriptions to Game Pass Ultimate for $10, Fortnite Crew, Ubisoft Classic, and I think Xbox should have made it an optional add-on for $10 instead of mandatory. Listen, here's the thing. A lot of people don't even care about that crap, though. So if you make it optional, pretty much nobody's going to do it if you make it optional. You have to force it in there and then try to give the illusion of that it's more value overall, okay? But that's the thing. Like, you gotta give the illusion of that. But most people aren't going to want to buy a Fortnite Crew or Ubisoft. Like, what the hell is that? Like, nobody cares about Fortnite Crew. Like, most people just play Fortnite and then buy a season pass and then they're done or whatever, right? So I don't know what the heck that is, but no, that strategy is not going to work. If you're looking at up your monthly revenue from Game Pass, that strategy is not. People are just gonna be like, "No, I'm good. I don't want that." Most people that have Game Pass are just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm not. I don't care." But once again, it is. I took marketing, guys. It's the illusion of value. Hey, we're gonna increase the price for everyone, but hey, no. We added this, and this crap that you don't need, that you probably don't care about, that you don't need to play, that you have a billion other things to play. Like, who cares? Ubisoft Classic. Cares? Ubisoft Classic, Fortnite Crew. Like, what the hell is all that? Nobody needs all that crap. Like, like, who needs that junk? You know? So yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know what Fortnite Crew is. Whatever it is, you don't need it. Like, whatever it is, most people don't care and don't need it, you know? Unless you're and if you're already hardcore into Fortnite, then you probably already have it, you know? So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, Moist just dropped Xbox's dead video. Thank God he did. I'm waiting for it. Okay. There you go. He dropped the video finally. There you go. He dropped the video. Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead because of the Game Pass. I'm glad that he did drop the video. I'm glad that he did. Because we were waiting for that one. Now Xbox is dead because of this. There you go. Goodbye him. I was waiting for it, man. It took him a while to do it, but he got it done. He ignored some of the other videos, though. He ignored some of the other videos, but I think he was waiting for everything to kind of tally up, maybe. He was waiting for it. He was waiting for that one. Let's see it. Now I can have an opinion about Xbox. Yeah, it's too much increased time to switch to Sony for playing FIFA. Okay. Fortnite did not generate a specific revenue figure for 2024, but Epic Games' overall revenue for 2024 is projected to be around 5.8 billion. Yo, Zoo with the Ninja Peach.
Everyone know it Nintendo's fault. Why Nintendo hire woman no good at business? Now Xbox has woman boss woman not good at business. Woman ruin gaming and Nintendo hire woman. We know like woman games. Rage. Angry. That seems to be where Zoo's coming from. Thank you for the $5, Zoo. And I'm gonna tell you where that's coming from, what Zoo said, the sexist stuff. And he's not, obviously Zoo's not. He's mocking the grifters.
Overclock Buster!
Sorry, wrong button.
Overclock Buster!
Overclock Buster. 45-minute extension. Next one up at 60. So essentially, on Twitter, just a bit ago, on Twitter, there was what's it called? There was someone who put up what's it called? Someone who put up a tweet saying that they're blaming Nick Tech, who's a YouTuber, blamed Sarah Bond. Blamed Sarah Bond for all these issues that Microsoft is having. The person Nick Tech said, I think ever she became Xbox president. I think ever since she became, that's what he meant to say. I think ever since she became Xbox president, but that is Sarah Bond, Xbox as a brand has been going nowhere but downhill with these ridiculous price increases and shutting down talented studios. So Sarah Bond is not the one that is responsible for shutting down studios and price increases. She is not. She is part of an executive board team. I can guarantee you that Sarah Bond does not make the prices and does not say, hey, we're gonna shut down studios. That is Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella. Okay, those are the two that are the top ranking when it comes to Xbox. If you're talking about who makes the ultimate decisions, it is going to be the CEO and it is going to be the lead, the top of Xbox. Nothing like Sarah Bond is not like, oh yeah, we're gonna close down freaking Tango, and then Phil Spencer's like, nah, we're not gonna, and Sarah Bond says, yeah, we are gonna do it. So it's like you got people trying to just blame her for things, you know. So yeah. So it's just silly, you know. Booty. Oh my gosh, you were right about Game Pass, LJ. I know I was right about Game Pass. Yes, I'm very well. I knew I was right about Game Pass, man. I knew I was right about it because once again, it's not. Listen, when Microsoft started, like I thought about Game Pass in 2021, 2018-ish. I was thinking about Game Pass. I had it for a bit and all that, but then I realized once again that I'm not gonna play because like I still play PlayStation, I still play Nintendo games, but so yeah. But the thing about it is that I knew that this wasn't gonna be something sustainable. Not for maybe for Microsoft it's sustainable. Maybe they can continue to make it sustainable. But I knew for me it wasn't sustainable. My mind is not wired that way. I'm old school. I didn't grow up like I did grow up renting games, but renting games it was like a single time purchase, okay, I get this game for 3 days, it was just this, and it was instant. Like you take the cartridge, you put the cartridge in, and that was that. You know, and that was before I can afford games. Ever since I could afford games, I felt that renting games was obsolete for me, you know? Now I know that's not the option for everybody, and it's good that Microsoft provides a separate service. That is completely optional. But I knew for my own brain and for the type of purchasing power that Microsoft has, the fact that they went out and got all these different companies, I said over and over, like they have to raise the price. I said this over and over. I worked for a place that offers not gaming, but I work for Fortune 500 companies where we offer deals like, oh, you can have like unlimited rentals, unlimited mileage with cars, and oh, you can pick between a selection of like standard and luxury and this and like I'm like there's a membership, oh, there's a business class membership. Like I work with all that, and I know I've been in the meetings where they go over pricing and they look at it and they say, hey, look, we got this much money coming in. Yeah, we make this much money, but we need to make this much more money in order for us to look good to our shareholders. And all. Like I've been there, and I looked at Game Pass and I'm like, this is just too cheap. It's just too cheap, and it's gonna be something that's gonna increase over time as they're sitting there and buying billions of dollars worth of companies. And I'll get that done in just a bit. As they're buying billions of dollars worth of companies. And I said, there's no way that this is going to be sustainable for like them. They're going to have to increase the price, which I said multiple times on the Spawncast. And I got a lot of blowback from people there, not from the panelists, but from people in the chat and stuff. And I'm like, there's no way that you can offer Call of Duty, you can offer Outer Worlds, you can offer South of Midnight, you can offer Halo games, you can offer all Doom the Dark Ages, you can offer all Bethesda games. Like literally they're just like saying, here, you can take all this stuff, right? All these big games that you'd have to pay $50, $60, $70, $80 over the years, or let's just say 50, 60, or $70 over the years. Now you just get that for $15 a month or something like, yeah, right. There's no way in today's economy, today's market, today's tariffs that you're going to be able to cut in like that, you know? And once again, I was right. They had to raise the price again. And honestly, guys, it'll probably raise up again in the future. Like, it'll probably go up again in the future. Because once again, they're giving away like $1 bazillion worth of games. Once again, that you don't have time to play, but they're still doing it, you know? So yeah. Jacob Foxfires 964 with the $5. I think a lot of people don't understand these things, understandable, but they make up wild claims that they don't understand or org charts, laws, etc. I think so, Jacob. I agree. Thank you for the $5 dono. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Flipping the switch also with the $5 is exactly. People act like business strategies can turn on a dime and not massive machines that need a ton of track to stop and change direction. Yeah, absolutely, man. So I mean, I saw it. And I'm just like, dude, this is crazy. You know, this is crazy. But it's not like I'm not surprised by the price increase. I'm not surprised, you know. I'll even give you guys this. Check this out. I'll even give you guys this. So let's see here. I'll even give you guys this right here. This is what I said. This is what I said 2 years ago. I said this. This is what I said 2 years ago about this. Sony and Microsoft subscription deals with publishers are getting smaller, and it's hitting indie publishers hard. Looks like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus deals aren't as lucrative as they once were. That was 2 years ago, and I said I was saying this years ago that I don't think relying on Game Pass and subservices will be viable forever. Subservices are great for consumers overall, but the bubble might be bursting here as MS and Sony spend more money on developing AAA games. So something has to give, right? Something has to give when you're developing and you're putting so much money and time into big AAA games. You either have to not have the services be as compelling, like Sony's doing. They're not going to do day and date games, and then maybe like a year or 2 years later, they'll add it to the subservice and maybe even remove it from the subservice. Or they're going to have to just raise the price of the subservice. Like, those are the two things that I saw, because it doesn't make any financial sense what Microsoft is doing, especially after all the acquisitions. It's almost like, you know, you have to eat your own tail to sustain yourself. You know, it's like, hey, we bought all this stuff, and it's great that we got all this stuff, but now we actually have to raise the price in order for it to be viable and for it to be growing. Not just, oh, we made a lot of money, because apparently they made, what, $5 billion in revenue or something like that. Billions in revenue. Well, clearly it wasn't enough for whatever they were thinking. You know, maybe they're just great. Maybe it's just greedy. Maybe it's just greed. So, so yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Not supposed to pop up, but it popped up anyway. But we're at 55 on the combo board. 5 more combos, and we've got a Noah and Mio really flying through the skies now. 1 hour extension as well. So shout outs. So shout outs. Let's go. Thank you, Flipping the Switch, and thank you, Jacob Foxfires. Thank you guys for the support. Let's see here. If there are 10,000 video games available on Xbox Game Pass for $30 a month is cheap. Yeah, you don't have time to play 10,000. Have I even played 10,000 games in my life? I don't know if I've even played 10,000 games in my life. And I've been playing games for like 40 years. So, like, I don't know if you'll even have time to play 10,000 games, you know? Everything's good, Warlux. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So you think NSO and PS Plus will increase in price? Eventually, they'll both increase in price. I mean, PS Plus has already increased in price a couple times or so. Let's see here. Thanks for calling it out, OJ. I don't even like Xbox, LOL, but that was nuts. Yeah, like, it is what it is. But once again, it's the thing that I've said before, is the reason why I didn't buy into Game Pass was because I didn't want to be at the whim of a rental service. I knew what that felt like back in the day, you know, back in the day. I knew what it felt like. So yeah, absolutely. Like, I didn't want to be part of that. You know, I didn't want to be part of that situation, you know, where I gotta worry about the Game Pass prices and them going up, and you don't own anything and feel like you're losing your whole library, you know? So yeah. That's essentially kind of how it is. So yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. And of course, Nintendo God is saying enough time has passed. Nintendo Switch Online greater than I don't know if Nintendo Switch Online is better than Xbox Game Pass, because once again, they're two different types of services. One of them offers actual day and date games and stuff like that and big games. The other one offers just retro titles. I don't see them as the same. You know, I do not see them as the same type of service at all. So yeah. I mean, which one would I rather pay for? Nintendo Switch Online, so I can play games online and so I can have at least some access to the retro games. But once again, you know, I don't really play the retro games much. I don't really play them much. I'm so old school. This is what I like to do. I like to do this, guys. I like to do this. I like to do stuff like this. I like to do this. I like to come home. I like to see the game. I like to say, wow, here's the game. I like to open the game up. This one's sealed, but Nintendo gave me a review. Nintendo gave me a digital copy of the game, so I bought a physical copy of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Buy now before rare, too. You never know with this game, just like the original game. But anyway, I go, you know what I'm saying? I like to go out, buy the game, have it, and I like to say, oh, wow, what's this? This is cool. This is an amiibo. This is cool. This is Noah and Mio amiibo. It looks nice, does it not? So I kind of like to have the game. Now, yes, digital games, I do get digital games every now and then, but I don't want the game to disappear because I didn't pay this thing monthly or whatever the case is for like a video game. Now, if it's like Netflix or movies, yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about Netflix or movies when it comes to, like, if I don't feel like I don't care about that library because, like, it's movies. It's not a game, you know? They're different forms of media to me. So I don't really care about stuff like that because movies are just movies. You don't play them. You just watch them. So for me, at least, I never felt like I needed to buy into that atmosphere, you know? So yeah. So that's the reason why I rather just, I'll pay for NSO. One, because like I said, so I can get, you know, the classic games. Two, or no, well, one, because I can play online, but two, so I can play the classic games. But yeah, well, it's like whatever, you know. I think Game Pass obviously offers day and date games, bigger and better games than what Nintendo's offering on there, because those are all classic games, you know, outside of like DLCs, you know. Yo, Jacob Foxfires! Yo, tying up, or actually no, becoming the Hokage, and also becoming the Stream Ninja in one fell swoop. 25 on the board when it comes to Jacob and what he did there total, because he did 5 earlier, and then 20, the biggest dono of the stream. Thank you so much, Jacob Foxfires, out here with the Cloud Strife Buster, the Buster Sword. I honestly don't like streaming services as they are. Doesn't make sense with the model that they have to generate any profit. I would think keeping them as a time capsule will work better, like early Netflix or Nintendo Online. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't mind retro games because they're like ROMs, right? They're not big games that I'm even gonna have physical. Because if I want those games physical, like if I want all the games that are on there physical, a lot of these games are super pricey and expensive for like old cartridges. So if I want the old cartridge, I'll get the old cartridge. But if I don't have the old cartridge, I'm not gonna go out there and buy the old cartridge, you know? So that's the thing, you know. I agree with that one. You know, it's good for like a time capsule, you know. Good for a time capsule. I completely agree with that. Shout outs to Jacob Foxfires. Thank you for the $20 dono. That does get us to 75 on the board. We're only 25 combos away from the Platinum 41 streak. Oh my goodness. And we've already broken past. You guys know the deal. You guys know who is flying through the skies. Noah and Mio. Let's go. Shout outs. Let's go. Thank you so much. Big love. Big love. Big love. Streaming services are bad for gaming. Today they can be just jack up the price. That's what I'm saying. Like, and somebody, Javier came in here and said, man, I've been a Game Pass sub for 10 years. Think about that. You have this massive library of games. Think about the mindset. And then now all of a sudden, for 10 years, you are used to getting day and date games. You are used to having your library and being happy. Look at all these games I can access. And then in an instant, because they changed the pricing, you don't like that, and that's fine, it's gone. Like, I'm not going to put myself up in a way to get set. I'm not getting set up. I don't care if I don't pay for NSO for 1 month or 2 months and my classic games are gone. Heck, I don't care if I don't have the online play. How many times have we started up online play, guys, and I had to go buy the membership because I forgot that I pay for the online play? Like, that I forgot to renew my membership. It's happened a few times, right? Over the years, Party Man or some of the people that have been here. How many times I'm like, oh, we're supposed to play Mario, and I totally forgot. I don't care. Like, it's happened like at least 3 to 4 times that I can remember. Back at my old house, it happened maybe 2 times. I think it happened 1 time at my mom's house, and I think it's happened 1 time since I've lived here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if it's gone. I won't even know. I don't remember. I don't remember when my membership ends. I don't have it on auto renew. Whenever it becomes time for me to do something, I'll renew it. But I don't care. But with an instant membership Game Pass thing, you'll know instantly, because those are the big games that you are buying, the big games that you are playing, the big games that you are looking forward to. So you're gonna know. Man, I don't care about a bunch of classic games removing or not. I used to, but not anymore. Like, after Nintendo screwed us over with Virtual Console, I got tired of that crap, transferring and all that. Like, there was no account system. I'd already bought those games. I'm like, man, I'm done. I don't care. They're just ROMs, you know? So I think it's a good and a bad thing. It's like, man, they don't offer obviously some of the stuff that Xbox and PlayStation offers, but then again, at the same time, if you lose it, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't until you need it, right? So yeah. Colt Eastwood punching the air. Oh man, yeah, I don't know what Colt Eastwood had to say about this. But I'm guessing. Let me check. I'm gonna check the pulse of. Let's see what Colt thinks. Let's check what Colt Eastwood thinks. Where is Colt Eastwood? Yeah, there you go. Let's check what Colt Eastwood has to say on this topic. Okay. Oh man, yeah, he's been going off. He's been going off. So he says he posted a picture of what's that dude's name? Mike Ybarra. When Shinobi talked about the price increases, he posted a picture of Mike. It says like Mike Ybarra said your console is dead. So yeah. And then Cole also had a poll that's running, says, is $30 a month worth it for Game Pass Ultimate with Ubisoft Plus and Fortnite Crew? I don't know who, I don't know. I don't care one way. So I'm just going to vote no, but I just want to see the results. So like he has over 6,500 votes and 80% of people say no, it's not. Oh man, that's crazy. And then he also has a video too that was 6 hours ago. Shout outs to Colt Eastwood. At least he's quick with the vid. Xbox Game Pass price hike. What the F is Xbox thinking? These price hikes are out of control. It's just funny to the Chrono Trigger music. That's the somebody needs to go back in time and take out Don Matrick. Where's Chrono when you need him? Somebody call the Millennium Fair. We need Chrono. We need Luca. We need Robo. Somebody go back in time and fix this, please. Oh my god. We need to go back in time. And we need to fix this ASAP. Imagine Chrono Trigger on the NSO. I've got my Chrono Trigger right here, baby.
I am so glad I found you on YouTube. I was on the track to being a mindless subscription goblin, but you showed me the value of ownership. You're the best, OJ.
Shout outs to Jacob Dressback. I appreciate that, man. I'm not here to become the cult member or cult leader, but what I am here to do is give you guys just my perspective on things. And whether you agree or disagree, that's also fine too, as well. But we're gonna need, yo, Jacob Dressback, I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the $3 dono. 78 on the board. 20, what is that? 22 combos away from that platinum extension. Let's go. You asked where cult videos were and cult delivered. That's true. Well, I didn't really ask beforehand where the videos were. I knew Colt would talk about it. Colt always talks about it. Like, Colt doesn't shy away. Colt doesn't shy away from talking about that type of stuff. You know, he doesn't. I've spoke with Colt. He was on the Spawncast one time. He seems like a cool guy, you know? He doesn't shy away from that type of stuff. And then he also put up another poll saying, are you canceling Game Pass? I'm just going to vote yes because I don't have it. But I'm just going to vote yes just to see it. So he has 5,970 votes. And 62% of people said that they are canceling Game Pass. This doesn't mean anything, though. We got to wait and see for the actual numbers, though. Cole also says a mass exodus of canceling Game Pass is happening right now. And Xbox will lose more money than the 50% price hike they could ever make up. Okay. And then he also had a video talking about, he had a video talking about the price hikes. Let me see how long the video is. Maybe I can watch the video. I want to see how long it is first, though.
Xbox.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we gotta watch the video. Shout outs to Colt Eastwood. Hopefully he's okay. He's got 17,000 views in 6 hours. He's probably okay with me watching it here, reacting to it. So, yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. Here's the video too, guys. You guys, if you can, go over there. Like, go ahead and go over there to his channel too, and you know, give him a view or whatever later, so he gets that. So, all right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this, guys. Let's take a look. It's only 10 minutes long. If it was like if it was 15 minutes or longer, I'd probably be like, no, we're not watching.
Xbox just jacked the price of Game Pass. Yet another price hike in an already tumultuous situation for Xbox console and the Xbox Series generation. Xbox just announced today that they are making a 50% hike in the Xbox Game Pass tiers, changing yet again the tier names and how you can subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and access it across console, cloud, and PC. And to make matters worse, Xbox and Microsoft's site to cancel your Game Pass subscription is literally overloaded and will not respond. There are so many people right now looking to cancel their subscription to Game Pass because of this egregious price hike. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, the tier that gives you access to all three of those, has now gone from $20 in the US to $30, but they're also adding in some new features. This comes hot on the heels of the announcement that Microsoft Rewards was cutting down its benefits and not allowing you to directly redeem points to get Xbox Game Pass, instead moving it to cards and making the amount far higher than it used to be. On October 1st, Xbox rolled out a new trailer showing all the great benefits and games and everything available to Xbox Game Pass, while then turning to a no-name spokesperson to announce the price hike and all the changes coming to the service.
And Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is still...
Yo, he said Colt looked like Val Venus. What you mean? Colt don't look like Val Venus. Like, hello, Game Pass. Hello, Sarah Bond. Hello, Phil Spencer. Hello, tariffs. Hello, price hikes. my god, yo, that was actually freaking funny. I ain't never seen him. He doesn't look like Malvinas, bro. You don't look like Malvinas. Oh my god, bro, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bro, what you mean? That's the funniest thing Jeff has ever said on this stream, bro. Yo, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta compose myself. Let's continue on here. We're only a minute 40 in.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. We explored other names, but they didn't work out.
Don't do that. You're not helping. This isn't funny. This isn't what fans want. Right now, fans are lashing out on social media and the comment section on the Xbox trailer video that they're ready to cancel their subscription, that now $30 has become too much. In an era where we have multiple subscriptions, many households having at least 10 to 12 different subscriptions across music, movies, and TV and video games, $30 has now become one of the most expensive tiers for a renewable subscription service you could be paying for. But Xbox is offering far more value, and instead of just hiking the price, they actually decided to soften the blow by bringing more benefits and even more games to the service. Before we talk about Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, let's talk about
Oh my gosh, that's the big Valboski, right? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Okay, that was my last one.
Subscriptions across music, movies, and TV and video games. $30 has now become one of the most expensive tiers for a renewable subscription service you could be paying for. But Xbox is offering far more value, and instead of just hiking the price, they actually decided to soften the blow by bringing more benefits and even more games to the service. Before we talk about Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, let's talk about the lowest tier, which used to be called Xbox Game Pass Core. This was basically your access to play multiplayer games online on console, which we're going to get into in just a moment. But Xbox Game Pass Core has been now changed to Xbox Essential, and they're giving you 50 games.
All right, hold up real quick. One more thing, guys. Okay, let's actually listen, because this is the reason why I wanted to watch what Colt Eastwood said, and the reason why I'm not watching, guys like Moist Critical, because they're just going to say their Xbox is dead, they're stupid, they're dumb, they raised the price. He's not going to, for the most part, they're not going to explain stuff. Colt knows Microsoft in and out. He knows the prices. He knows the difference. Like, he's going to explain that to you in a much better way than just like, they increased the prices, they're dead. Sound like those people from freaking Mass Effect, like those big old, what are they called? Encores or whatever they are. Like, I don't want to listen to somebody that sounds like that. So that's the reason why I wanted to watch what Colt has to say, because he actually knows what the hell he's talking about when it comes to Xbox. Like, when it comes like to the pricing and to like what you got before and like all the different tiers and all that stuff. So yeah, so
the Xbox Game Pass Core. This was basically your access to play multiplayer games online on console, which we're going to get into in just a moment. But Xbox Game Pass Core has been now changed to Xbox Essential, and they're giving you 50 games, all playable on PC and cloud and console for $10 a month. And of course, access to play online multiplayer, something you already pay for if you're paying your service provider to get on the internet. This is something that Xbox needs to get rid of, and as they roll into the last year or two of this console generation, they're supposed to possibly be getting rid of the online paywall going into next generation, because if you follow this channel and the gaming news for next Xbox, it's supposed to be PC console hybrid. So they essentially can't charge you to play online if you're basically on a PC in a couple of years. The next tier is Xbox Premium, which used to just be called Xbox PC. This was $10 a month. It's now seen an increase to $15 a month. But not only that, they're giving you access to some console games as well as all of the regular PC games. This tier for $15 a month, which used to be $10, gives you access to day and date first-party Xbox releases on PC and a selection of 200 console games. You're also getting cloud with this, and we'll keep bringing up cloud, but there are a lot of people who play on it, but not the majority or the core audience that is subscribed to Game Pass. Also, this tier, if you're just on console, gives you online access, but Microsoft and Xbox are promising to bring their first-party, brand new release games that come to the Ultimate tier in the middle for $15 a year after they release for everybody else who buys them or has Game Pass Ultimate. And let's talk about Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox is promising 75 new games every year on the service, and lately they've been putting around 10 of their own first-party games in the service each year, but this is $30. But they decided instead of just hiking the price, they were going to provide more value to justify part of the price hike. Here's what they're adding. They're adding Ubisoft Plus Classics. They're giving you a strong library of Ubisoft existing titles, not day and date new titles, but games that have been on the platform for a while. This will give you access to Assassin's Creed titles in the franchise, Far Cry games, Watch Dogs, Ghost Recon, etc., but not the day one titles. Ubisoft Plus Classics is a $10 value that they're bringing into this price hike. And then, if you're a big fan of Fortnite, there is the Fortnite Crew subscription, which is about $12 a month in the US, which gives you 1,000 V-Bucks every single month, unlocks a bunch of skins and cosmetics and other things, and allows you to get things in the Fortnite store automatically that you'd have to earn from playing over and over and over again. This doesn't really appeal to the strong hardcore audience that is playing all the big brand new titles on Game Pass, but for those that do play Fortnite, it offers another $12 value to this extra $10 a month price hike. $30 when it used to be $20 in the US is an egregious price hike. And just the other day, Sarah Bond, the president of Xbox Gaming, was bragging about the $5 billion a year that Game Pass brings in revenue. And then the reports, everyone's like, is Game Pass sustainable? Oh, are they making any profit? What does the revenue numbers mean? They've already reported that Game Pass is making a profit. They've already reported multiple times that it's sustainable, and with the $5 billion a year revenue number next to them saying they are profitable, how could they brag about this but then say they're gonna jack the price up 50%? The price hikes have been absolutely egregious from Xbox and Microsoft in the wake of them spending $70 billion on Activision, Blizzard, and King, and Bethesda. With all of their big major game output, they put out so many games. They've been making a ton of revenue, growing bigger than ever. Their reports outside of console have been really, really positive, and the growth for Xbox has been amazing. And with that comes a little bit of greed and them pushing their market position, having 30-some million people on Game Pass ingrained, waiting for all the next games to continue to push and pay more money every single month. And having $30 debited out of your account for a handful of games you're playing every month, is that worth it to you? I played a ton of games on Game Pass. The first-party output for Xbox has been absolutely incredible, and I've been happy with that. But you're asking me to pay an additional $10 every time, and that adds up to almost $400 a month. And with Xbox saying that Xbox Game Pass customers play $400 worth of games a month, it kind of makes you think, oh, they totally think they can justify the price hike. And there are fans that are going to be unsubscribing, and I'm curious to see if we'll see any type of growth in the wake of Xbox's major price hikes this generation.
Well, that's the end of the video. Oh.
This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, he just goes like talk. Yeah, if you guys want to go subscribe to Colt Eastwood's channel, if you want like, Xbox game talk and stuff. If you want to talk about Xbox, I think he's one of the better Xbox content creators out there. So yeah, you guys go subscribe to him if you want. Now, and I wanted to watch that because I didn't quite understand all the different tiers. And I'll be honest, I still don't understand. I'll be honest, I still actually don't understand all the tiers and all the different stuff. Like I still don't understand it when it comes, like, even like he explained it very well, but like it's just confusing to me. And like I said, the older I get, the more I don't feel like tinkering. This seems like tinkering, like with gaming and like how much games you get and what's this and there's too many variables in each one of these tiers. It's not simple enough overall, which once again, if I actually felt like really looking into it, I would, but I don't. But thank you to Colt for actually breaking that down. I do have a better understanding of each one now at this point, but I think, yeah, that was a great video, him talking about it and, you know, laying out the grievances and laying out what was good and what was bad in terms of different stuff like that. So I think that's how it should be done, you know, when it comes down to it. So yeah, shout outs to Colt for that one. But yeah, let's talk about, so now that we know, when it comes down to this, like obviously I'm probably going to make a video talking about this tomorrow, but it's going to be a video that somehow talks about Nintendo as well. Because I do see that there is a change in this economy. There's been changes in the economy. There's been changes. And I think that, man, it is getting to the point to where it's interesting. You know, it's just flat out interesting how some of this stuff is being done. You know, how this is kind of going at this point. So yeah, man. For sure. When it comes down to this, dude, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, like, once again, I think that I feel bad for like the Xbox people. So I feel bad for like the Xbox people that are, you know, that are hardcore into Game Pass, hardcore into it, and like they're the ones that are like, man, you know, like, you know, now I got to pay more for this every single month. And once again, it does add up because it's like every single month. It's not like it's like, oh, it's one game and it's like, oh, you pay, or like it's 1 month, or oh, they just added like a flat charge on top of it, like how gyms do. Oh, it's $20 a month and then like a one-time fee of $50 so they can get like an extra $5 or whatever dollar a month out of you, you know? So it's not even like they did that, like a one-time fee of this, like when you sign up, and it's like, no, every single month, right? So that one definitely hits. That definitely hits a little bit there. So yeah, that's that on that one. But, so yeah, but it sucks though, man. Like, it's one of those things, like I said before, that, I feel bad for the Xbox people. You know, the fact that they have to go through that, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is on that one. So yeah. All right, let's play some Fountain of Dreams. Who's picking up Mario Galaxy? We got Ghost of Tsushima. We got Mario Galaxy. We got some good games coming out. So what are you guys playing for the rest of the week? So who's picking up some games? Who's picking up some stuff? So yeah. 83. Yoshi with the $10 dono. Says the whole $30 Game Pass news in America just reminded. I've been meaning to cancel my subscription for quite a while. I just don't use the service. I've now canceled my sub a day before my next charge. Hey, there you go. It was like they were speaking right to you on that one, Yoshi. Right to you on that one. You know, right to you. Shout outs. Thank you for the $10 dono. I appreciate that. Let's go. Combo breaks. Thank you for the $10 dono. We haven't been doing JoJo's, and I got to do my JoJo's. You know what I'm saying? I think we got a few of those. I think we got about 3 of those. Big love. Thank you so much. No, we got more than 3. We got 5. Thank you guys so much for the support today. 93 on the board. We are almost 7 combos away from breaking the platinum streak to 41. Remember, at 50 on the platinum streak, we're gonna have a marathon stream, so that's coming up. Let's go, man. Yo, what's up? I don't know if you want to continue conversation from last night or not, but I'm getting both Ghost of Yote. I actually don't want to continue that conversation from the other night. Shout outs to, I do want to talk about Ghost of Yote and Super Mario Galaxy, though. We can talk about that, you know. Just as I play Galaxy 2 in 4K since I get the games from JP eShop, it's so sharp on my OLED. Nice. Let me know how that is, guys. I got RE4 on sale on the eShop. Never played it. I'm playing that for Spooky Month. Never played RE4? That's crazy. OJ, can you explain the controls of Galaxy? Can I use the right analog to move the camera? No, the game has a fixed camera angles, so no, you can't. I mean, you can use it to kind of like slightly adjust the camera, but it doesn't. It always puts you like in the right camera angle every single time, like anytime that you play the game. So no. Let's see here. Galaxy 2-pack is #1 on the eShop. Is it really? Well, let me check on that. I've been playing Trails in the Sky, and it's been fantastic. I've been playing on hard mode, and they really mean hard mode when you play on hard mode in this game. So I've been playing that, but man, I've only put like 7 or 8 hours into it. Like I have not had time to play games recently because I've been trying to fix up the rest of my house, you know. Yo, Simeon Coin with the $5 holla says, evening OJ, just getting in. I quit using Game Pass because most games I can play on Nintendo. Music is request is Klonoa 2. All right, I got you. Klonoa 2 music. Klonoa. He says, well, I stopped using it because I can play them somewhere else. But it's not on Game Pass. You know, it's not on Game Pass. But you get the portable play. You get the portable play. You get the portable play, though, which is good, right? Thank you for the support. I was about to call you Klonoa. Thank you for the support, Mr. Simeon Coin. Thank you for the 5. We are only 2 combos away from that 100 combo breaker. Let's go, man. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate that. Yo. Children's first Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I'm fight you for missing my comments. Okay, yeah, I did miss your comments, V. What's good? How you doing today, young lady? Welcome. Shout outs. I'm picking the Mario Galaxy bundle. Trying to finish Donkey Kong. Okay, Bonanza. Yeah, Bonanza just kind of keeps on going and going and going. And there's so much side stuff to do in that game. Let's see. I'd definitely rather get. Oh my gosh. Okay, you rather get a certain disease than Xbox and Game Pass. Yeah, definitely picking up Trails when I get a chance. Yeah, Trails is really good, but it's a long RPG. It's gonna be one of those games that I play probably for like a half a year, man. Like I'm gonna be on that. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be on it. Okay, so I'm looking at bestsellers right now, and no, it's actually, well, actually, yes, it is #1. Yeah, you're right, because you have to go over to the Nintendo Switch. You have to go over to the Nintendo Switch 1. So, but then like if you download it, you get the but there is no native like Switch 2 versions that like you can actually just buy. It's only on Switch 1. But yeah, if you look at it right now on Nintendo Switch 2. Final Fantasy Tactics, #1 on the eShop right now. So people are really enjoying Final Fantasy Tactics. I have the game. I have a download code for the game. And I just don't have time to play right now. But I'm definitely going to play it. It looks incredible. So yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics right now dominating the #1 on the eShop. That is so good to see. Hades is #2. Donkey Kong Bonanza is #3. FIFA is #4. Silksong #5. Street Fighter is #6. Mario Kart World is #7. Mario Jamboree #8. Yo, Jamar, welcome back to the Tune In Tier squad. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the Tune In Tier pledge. Pac-Man is #9. Madden's #10. Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition is #11. Cyberpunk is #12. Donkey Kong Bonanza plus the DLC is #13. Star Wars Outlaws is 14, and Tears of the Kingdom is 15. So, yeah, a lot of good games. Thank you, Jamar, for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Tune In Tier pledge. Welcome back to the squad, my boy. Do you think FF Tactics will get discounted this year? But it's too high for me right now. Oh yeah, it'll get discounted. It's Square. I mean, they'll discount it. They'll discount it at some point. Probably like by the end of the year, it'll be discounted by the end of the year, or by early next year. You'll probably be able to there'll be like a sale or something. Unless it does really well and people have no problem, getting it. I am only picking up Galaxy 2 to play it on Switch 2. Nice, boo-boo. Yeah, Galaxy 2 is great. I got it yesterday. I love Trails in the Sky First Chapter Switch 2 edition. Yes, I'm enjoying it myself too. What game did you say you were playing? Still Trails? Yeah, I'm playing Trails. That's the game that I there was Hades and there was Silksong and there was Trails that all kind of came out in the same month. And like, I can't play all of them at all times. So I have to kind of pick one, and I love Hades 2. Hades 2 is so good, but I think I might stream that for like a marathon stream. Like for the marathon stream that we're having coming up, I think I might stream that and then kind of like, we'll add tiers like, hey, if we get like this much, or if we get new members, I'll keep playing. So I think I kind of want to like hold on for Hades for like a stream game, So yeah. And like Silk Song's cool, but it's just like I kind of just don't feel like playing it anymore. But I think it's really good. I just don't feel like playing it right now. So Trails is kind of the game right now that I'm looking at, that I'm playing, and then probably I'll play Galaxy 2 for sure. I'll see if I can stream Galaxy 2. Although I'm not streaming tomorrow, so it'll probably be Friday. Maybe we can see what we can do with that. So yeah, pretty much gonna be playing Trails in the Sky pretty much till ZA. 60 hours plus in, almost done. Nice, almost done, man. I am not even close, dude. I'm like barely at like the first chapter. I'm bad. I need to play more. I just don't have the time as much, man. I only get like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour a day to play games. Not barely even that. And sometimes not even that. Sometimes I don't even have any time because I gotta edit. Oh man, take care of my boy in the morning, then I gotta edit in the afternoon. I gotta work and edit in the afternoon and night. So yeah. Hades 2 stream would be fire. Yeah, I'll probably do. I did Hades 2 before on the PC, and it was fun. So probably another one there. So yeah. Oh yeah, Legend ZA is not next week, but the week after on Thursday. It's on Thursday. I will be streaming that. I will be playing it. I am going to be playing that day one. So that's going to be really cool. You know, that's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. So I appreciate that. So yeah. Silk Song is bloated. There's a lot. The thing that I don't like about Silk Song is that, like, if you die at a boss, there's like a lot of like runbacks, like where you have to, for some reason, there's no bench that's close, and you have to like just like run through like a long portion of the level to get back to the boss that you just died to. That's what I don't like about Silk Song at all. Like, and it just got me kind of like, and I did beat that part. Like there was like this one enemy, like this one boss that I couldn't beat, and like, I mean, there are some places where it's fine, but there's a lot of places where it's not, where you have to just consistently, you know, go back. In Trails in the Sky, if you die at like a tough boss, you can replay it, you can go from your last save, you'll have auto save, like, you know, and I get it, it's like a Souls-ish type thing, but like, I don't understand why I gotta freaking go all the way, I gotta run all the way through the whole level. Like, they put a fake bench where I die, like where I'm, you know, there was a bench, but it's a fake bench. If you sit on it, it'll freaking hit you. So it was like a trap. So I got kind of tired of that, I'll be honest, man. That kind of got me like, if there's going to be a lot of this, I don't really feel like playing right now. I'll play it later when I have more time, or if I ever get more time. Maybe like during like the holiday, I'll play it, you know? So yeah. Yo, Kevin, bat and cleanup. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate that. $1 Mick Holla. Shout out to Jamar again with the membership too. I appreciate that. 100 on the combo board. We are going further than beyond. Of course, you guys know what's happening right now. We're going with the limit break. Appreciate that. I don't think the audio plays. That's okay. Play it one more time. I forgot to test it before my stream started, but that's okay. Shout outs. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Cloud Strife in the house. Thank you for the support, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go. 100 on the combo board. Next one up, 150 on the combos. Overclocks. We got the platinum and a half. Let's go. Shout outs. OJ, did you play the original Trails in the Sky? Yes, I did, but I stopped playing it very quickly. I purchased it like on Steam or GOG or whatever, PC, but I stopped playing. I didn't really play it. Not enough. Nick93 with the $3 dono. Oh, yes. Ghost of Yote.
Hyped to play Ghost Yote tonight.
Yes.
Also good to see the whole game on the disc.
Yes.
Can I get some Ghost of Tsushima music to get into the mood, lol?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's good to see all of that. Although, I mean, I don't know if you have the digital, like the deluxe edition. I mean, obviously there's going to be some contents that you got to download. But yeah, for the most part, the full game is on there. And then there's going to be an online mode that's also downloadable. But that's beside the point. That doesn't matter. Let's see here. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. Music. All right. Did you beat the original Hollow Knight? Yeah, I did. I played the original Hollow Knight. I liked it. I thought it was okay. But it took me a long time to get through all that, though. Because I kept on picking it up and putting it down. You know? Beautiful Joe is the game we need ASAP anyway, either remaster or NSO. That'd be really good. I'd be down for Beautiful Joe coming back, you know. Give us the Joe. Give us Beautiful. We need the Beautiful Joe back, bro. So we need the Beautiful Joe back. My opinion, let's see, a good Metroidvania should take 15 to 20 hours. Yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for, you know. If I get stuck, I just use glide. Some may feel lame, but I don't have time to get lost hours at a time. Oh, you mean you use I said glide, but you mean use a guide. Yeah. OJ, do you think Nintendo would put Wii games on the NSO service? A bunch of Wii games have already gotten remasters on Switch. Yeah, they can put Wii games on there. I mean, they put Wii games on check this out, Knight. Nintendo made a Wii virtual eShop when the Wii U plays Wii games. Like, the Wii U actually physically plays Wii games, and they still made a Wii eShop where you can download Wii games. So if they did that with the Wii U, of course they're gonna do that with the Switch at some point, you know? Like, on the Wii U, you can play, and that was back at the time, Wii games weren't hard to find. There wasn't really any super rare Wii games. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this rare Wii game is available on the eShop, and you can only get it there. I mean, the only thing would be like maybe like Metroid Prime Trilogy, but like, yeah, most of the stuff you can easily just pick up. Any Wii game that you wanted, you can buy it. But they still made a Wii shop, you know, Wii or Wii digital games. So yeah, eventually they'll make that. Okay, should I get Trails or Tactics? Ooh, they're both really good. They're both highly rated. They're both incredible and have all sorts of content. But it really is dependent on what you're looking for, right? So if you're looking for one of the best strategy RPGs of all time, and you're looking for like a SRPG, then I'd say go with Final Fantasy. But if you're looking for more of a modern action RPG turn-based hybrid like Metaphor ReFantazio or like Xenoblade, go with Trails. So it's really dependent on what you like more. That's what I'd say play first. So if you like SRPGs more, go with Final Fantasy Tactics. If you like modern RPGs like with, you know, unique battle systems, go with Trails. So yeah. You got to ask him what he likes, man. You just can't say what you like more. You got to ask him, you got to give him some context. Does it run good on Switch 2 with Trails? There are some like frame rate issues, like at times, like in the open-ended areas, like a hitch or like a couple hitches or two. But for the most part, it runs really smooth. Like I'm playing it right now. I can show you because I know this is a lot of money, right? So I can show you guys. A lot of people say, "Oh, the Switch 2 version is terrible," and I'm like, "What version are you guys playing?" Like it's nowhere near as bad as some people are trying to say. And I'm not just saying that just because, like, honestly, if it was bad, I would say it. But like people were telling me how bad the Switch 2 version was, like before it came out, I was like, oh, really? Is it that bad? You know? And I'm like, okay, man, I'm just not gonna get it. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. And I watched some videos and stuff, and it was fine. At least it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I'm not gonna say that it's perfect. But yeah, it wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be, as some people were trying to say that it was. So yeah. I don't know why this thing keeps on doing this. All right, hold up. Here we go. Let me pause that. That's some banger music though right now. That's some banger music. Okay. So let's see here. Let me open up this. Let me open up. So I'm like right in the middle of playing it before, like, you know, I had it on sleep mode, but like as you can see, I didn't mean to actually do that. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die because I didn't mean to do that attack? Okay. But as you can see, it runs at 60. This is inside of a dungeon. It runs and looks good. So like there are some open-ended areas like where there might be a hitch or two, but inside it's not at 30. It's at 60, and it runs just fine. And the cool thing about this game that I like, it takes like, if you like Xenoblade, it's very much like that. This is the combat, like it has like turn-based, but you can move around. Like you can move around and position yourself like Xenoblade. So if you got an attack that like hits people in a straight line, you can do that. Like, okay, there you go. You got two people in a straight line. You get a critical attack. You can involve your teammates. Where like you do like combo attacks to team up. It's fantastic.
I love that look.
Okay, she's saying say cheese twice.
Say cheese.
Say cheese twice. I hope this guy, okay, here we go. And then you can even, there's like all sorts of different like super attacks and like like magic and all sorts of stuff. Like if you use magic, you can use magic also that's like based on where you are position wise, but it takes a little bit of time to charge. So you got, it's like there's strategy involved in it. Depending on what magic you use, it's gonna give you different types of time that it takes. It could take you longer. But if you use this firebolt, see in the top left-hand corner, or the top above me, you gotta see where you're gonna go. So it's gonna delay it all the way past where that enemy attacks. But I've got my other guy that's gonna attack soon, so I'm not really too worried about that. But these guys have big defense, so you gotta use magic on them. But I don't want them to hit this guy one more time and it for it to be game over. He's almost dead, but we'll take that chance anyway with the stone hammer.
Let us begin.
Let's see what he does. Yeah, he's gonna try to. Okay, no, he charged up. Good. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. Boom. So yeah, it runs good. Huge damage. And there's plenty. I haven't even got all the characters too. I'm still, like I said, at the beginning of the game. But there's plenty of different, like you can get like the costumes and stuff if you want. But like there's achievements built in, and anytime you do things, like you'll get achievements. Like there's a bunch of them as well. So a ton of different achievements, and you'll actually get stuff when you do it, and they'll track it all. So these are the type of achievements that I like, because if you do it, you'll actually get that. And a lot of this stuff is really good, like Droplet of Strength. You can use that to like increase your, like it goes to droplets. You can use that to increase your stats, like in magic or in strength or in defense. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. The magic system in this game, like Orbment, it's also really well done. You can customize that when you're at a shop. You can't do it outside, at least not right now. Later you'll probably be able to. But like the magic system, the equipment, the combat, a lot of it is very, very, very fun. Like it's very good. I just don't have as much time to play the game as I want, to be honest. I wish I could play this game 24/7, but I can't. So, but yeah, that's it. So I highly recommend Trails in the Sky. If you like Xenoblade, you like Metaphor, you like stuff like that. And I didn't even show you the action parts. Like you can just fight action RPG gameplay, and then you can transition into turn-based. So you can do that too. So it's really good. It's a really good modern take on a classic game. So I recommend it. But once again, if you're into strategy RPGs more, then I would say that you might want to go with Final Fantasy Tactics, because that game is also really good. But you really, honestly, you can't go wrong, man, with either one. You can't go wrong with either game. They're both really good. But I haven't played Tactics enough. I've played the old school PS1 game, and I already know that it's really good. It's not fully voice acted. There are some lines that are not voice acted, but it does have voice acting. Like there's voice acting, like all the major cutscenes all have voice acting, and of course like the battle lines, those are all voice acted. But there's some scenarios where there's no voice acting, where it's just you gotta read. Usually like side quest stuff. So yeah. So yeah. All right, let's continue on here. So yeah, I recommend it. So many games. Let's see. Some games are hard to go back. The old graphics, particularly 3D ones, and feel some of it definitely much better. Sharper looking interface, flows way quicker and snappier. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's why I was waiting for this remake instead of playing the old school Trails in the Sky. I'm like, I'll just wait for all the nice improvements and stuff like that. I don't need to play the old game, you know? Good morning. Oh man, I don't know where you are in the world. Shout outs. Good morning. Yes. Shout outs. RR Castillo. What's up, man? So many games play. Gotta focus on Hades 2 and Trails before Pokemon ZA. Yeah, I don't think I'll be finished with Trails before Pokemon ZA comes out, so I'm screwed, kind of. And then, like, there's Pokemon Legends ZA. There's Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I gotta drop everything that I'm doing to play that game. I am so excited for that freaking game. The finale to the Tears of the Kingdom, to the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom saga. I am so excited for that game, man. So I've got to drop everything that I'm doing to play that. Thank you, Nick93 with the $3 dono, man. The story, Trails story, I'm still early in, but based off the world building and what they do, and based off of what I've heard online, it's incredible. So, yeah. I'm an actor of Silksong. I really love the game, but it kind of reminds me of Elden Ring in a way that it's sold really well, but by no means the type of game that the masses will enjoy. I think obviously Silksong is selling a lot, so I think it's the most successful Metroidvania game out there, you know. So I think that it's going to sell to a large amount of people, but obviously not everybody. But like, you know, even games that people think is for everybody sometimes don't sell as much as Silksong, or even Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight sold 15 million copies, you know. Achievements built into the game where you get rewarded is greater than achievements just to stroke ego. Exactly, Slayer. Exactly. Like, I am not a big, before when I was younger, yeah, I was an achievement hunter because I like to stroke the ego of having, oh yeah, look at my, I'm tough. But then I realized it's a waste of time. There's no point in some arbitrary number next to your name. For what? Who cares? You know? Give me stuff that's actually in the game. Give me real reasons to complete the game or to do something, you know? So yeah, that's the reason why I don't care about achievements or trophies anymore or anything like that. Because like I said, I'd rather have like that where you have achievements where you actually get stuff for it. And like you can say, oh, I completed all this, I did this, you know? I think Age of Imprisonment is my most anticipated game for the rest of the year. I traded some PS5 games to pre-order it. Nice. Digimon and Pokemon back-to-back is going to be a fun month. Dude, from what I've seen from Digimon, the tutorial is like 5 hours long. So I went from, okay, maybe I'll pick up the game right now to, you know what, I'll probably get it later. Like, I heard the tutorial for the game. I was watching David V, RPG guy, that guy, and the big buff dude. And yeah, he's like, yo, the intro's like 5 hours long. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Not right now. I'll probably just wait for a discount on that one, you know. Or wait for a Switch 2 version so I can play it portable. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into a 5-hour tutorial, you know. I mean, but to be fair, as people like to say, the Xenoblade tutorial is like 30 hours, but they integrate it way better because like you're going along and like it'll pop up as you play, whereas this one is like you're in your room, somebody comes, says, hi, how are you doing? Now we're gonna go do this. Like, so the way that they do the tutorial is not as seamless as Xenoblades, where you're kind of like on the run the whole time, you know, in that game. So yeah. Would you go back and get the older Trails games on Switch Run? This is the first Trails game, Zombie Tech Pad. So I'm going to go in order. I'm going to play them in order now. They're going to remake second chapter, so I'll just play it in order that it comes out, you know? So yeah. So I love Hades 2 so much. You get rewarded for dying because not only are you getting stronger, there's an entire story unfolding within itself. Easily my game of the year. Yeah, it's a great game, and I'm pretty sure it's as good. I've played about maybe an hour something on Switch 2, and it's really good. I played about 2 to 3 hours on PC. It's super good. Kirby Air Riders is rising up my anticipation too. Yeah, Kirby Air Riders is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be good. I started hiding achievement notifications because it got in the way of the game, took away from the immersion. Built-in achievements in-game tend to respect the game flow better. Yeah. Like, I like the ones like where, even like Mass Effect 2, even though it has universal achievements, Mass Effect would give you like updates on like, hey, you know, you've gotten this many headshots. Here's your update on that. Here's your, like, that's fine too. I don't mind that. But like, I like rewards. I like actual real rewards for like, you know, doing like the achievements in the game. Oh, what's up, Isaiah Nova? Have I been ignoring you? My bad, brother. Shout out to Isaiah Nova. My bad, brother. My bad. I've been ignoring you this whole stream. Ignoring an Elite Ninja. How can I do this? I'm sorry. Let me get you a music request, Isaiah. What do you want? I got you, man. What do you want? You don't got to drop a dono. Just tell me what you want and I got you. Screw it. Just got FF Tactics. It has OG game in it as well, which is pretty cool. Yes, it does have the OG game in there. It does. There's so many games, man. There's so many games to play. It's crazy how fast my muscle memory kicked in with Galaxy 2. Oh, yeah. Legendary games like Galaxy, you're gonna remember almost instantly, like, oh yeah, that's how I played. So yeah. So, absolutely. So yeah. Feels like people are sleeping on Prime 4. People are not sleeping on Prime 4. Some people are just acting weird, but for the most part, when it comes out, it's gonna do well. People, it's gonna probably be the best-selling Prime game by far. It's gonna be the best-selling Prime game. So yeah. I just think that there's so many games out before Prime. It's hard to, like, as a creator or as like a player, we've still got, before Prime even comes out, we've got obviously Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 coming out, right? Then we've got then we've got Pokemon Legends ZA coming out. Then we've got Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment coming out. Then we've got Kirby Air Riders coming out. And then after all of that, then there's Metroid Prime in December. So we've got to get through 4 pretty big, games before we even get to Metroid Prime in December. So I think that's really what's happening right now, is that there's still a lot of games before December, man. And then there's also like a lot of third-party games. I mean, there's Battlefield, there's obviously Trails, there's Hades 2 that just came out. There's Silk Song people are still playing. There's Sonic Racing Crossworlds that people are playing. I mean, if you look at the top eShop charts, look, I mean, you got Final Fantasy Tactics. That's a long 50+ hour game. I mean, there's just so many games. People are still playing Madden. People are still playing Star Wars Outlaws. That's still in the top sales charts. A bunch of people just picked up Street Fighter 6 for $20 on the eShop. I mean, there's like so many things that people are playing. I think once we get closer to Metroid Prime, I think that's when, like, okay, people will start getting hyped again for it. I know I will be, so yeah. What's up, 91 Gamer Boy? Welcome. ZA is gonna eat up a ton of time. If it's anything as addictive as Pokemon Legends, which I think that the game flow is gonna be a lot one. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. What up, OJ? I gotta play Metaphor before my Game Pass expires because it's too expensive to renew. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. Fire Emblem 3 Houses main battle theme. All right, I got you. Metaphor is amazing, but you better clear 100 hours. Oh my god, Metaphor is so good, but yeah, you got to clear out a lot. You got to clear out a lot of your time for that one. Yeah, absolutely. See what happened to Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Nothing happened to it. They're probably still going to happen at some point, whether it's the NSO service, whether they're going to drop it right before. So, nothing. Let's see here. I hope, let's see, I hope we get Metaphor on Switch 2 soon. We're probably not going to get Metaphor on Switch 2 soon because Persona 3 Reload is just coming out. So yeah. So Persona 3 Reload's just coming out. So I'm guessing it's not going to be this year. I think they're probably going to wait for a little bit better release schedule. And there just might be a re-release with that. So they might be timing it up for like extra content and things like that for Metaphor. So that's the reason why I don't think it's going to be soon. At this point. because they might say, hey, look, we're gonna do it like Metaphor Refantasio Gold Edition or Royal Edition of Metaphor Refantasio. So yeah. I should be able to swing Metaphor if it's really good. I put 100 hours into Expedition 33. Expedition 33 is also really good. Metaphor is really good. If you have time, play through both, you know? Do you think they'll eventually add DS games to Switch Online or give us stuff like Metroid Prime Hunters so people can experience OG game Silas comes from? I think that's definitely possible. We don't have DS on the NSO service right now, so we'll have to wait for that. But I mean, I'm not sure if they're even really worried about Metroid Prime Hunters and seeing where Silas comes from. I don't think Nintendo even cares if you know or not, to be honest. I don't know if they even care. So yeah. I'm bummed there doesn't seem to be a Switch 2 update for P5 to accompany P3R. Well, P5 has nothing to do with P3R. So, I mean, I don't know why it'd be to accompany it. But yeah, maybe they'll make an update at some point. But remember, they haven't done updates at all for any systems. They've just re-released the game. So keep that in mind. There was no update for P5 Royal on the PS5. It was just buy the game again. There was no update for people that bought Persona 4 and wanted Persona 4 Royal. There was no update on the PS4. Buy the game again. So Atlus, they haven't. So they just might re-release the game. I don't know. Now obviously they haven't done it on the same system, so that's a little bit, probably like a little bit of a. Oh, actually no, it's not a little bit of a stretch because this is the Switch 2 now. That's a Switch 1 game. So they might just re-release it and say the Switch 2 edition of the game. Because remember, they didn't give any updates for any other systems, so I'm not sure if Nintendo's going to get that same like all of a sudden Nintendo gets an update, but Microsoft and Sony, well, not Microsoft, they didn't have it on the Xbox One. It just, yeah. Well, PlayStation didn't get an update for it. They just buy the game again, you know? So if you wanted 60 FPS, because the PS4 version is 30, you want 60 FPS, well, buy the game again. There was no update, so yeah. Let's see. Well, which will release first? Persona 1/2 Remake or Persona 6? I'm going to go with Persona 6, but you never know. I could be wrong. Final chapter of Trails of the Sky, first chapter. Nice, V! Let's go. Do you think they'll eventually... Okay, I already... okay, will they eventually add DS games? Okay, Yoshi. Now I know your question. Yes, I think they'll eventually add DS games, but I don't think it's going to be before Metroid Prime 4 comes out. Evelyn's World says, I'm on the fence. Should I get Prime 4? Just got the Switch 2. Am I going to be playing Mario Kart and Bonanza for a while? But FOMO, you know? I mean, Mario Kart and Bonanza, those are definitely good games to play. You know, but Metroid Prime 4 comes out in December. So, I mean, you might beat Bonanza before then. So, Metroid Prime 4 could be a great single-player game to play. But I don't know if you're into, like, Hyrule Warriors or if you're into Kirby Air Riders or Pokemon Legends ZA. All of those games are coming out in between that time period, too. So... yeah, there's only so much time in a day, right? So, like, because you got other stuff to do too. Remember when people said that there were no games for Switch 2? I remember, and it was silly from the beginning. There was never that in the first place. Hey, what's up, Criosen Bomb says, hey OJ, just tuning in. Did I miss anything good? Yeah, we kind of had a lot of fun. Somebody called Colt Eastwood. He said he looks like Val Venus. So I mean, no, old man eating a Twix. So, old man eating a Twix said that Colt Eastwood looked like Val Venus. So, I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah. So yeah. It's all good. Paul Tassi on Twitter says, the gaming dude on Twitter said this. Reminder, Nintendo Online expansion pass is $50 a year. PlayStation Plus Premium is $160 a year. Game Pass Ultimate is $360 annually now. Then Paul Tassi said, who's a writer for Forbes, says, oh god, we have entered a timeline where Nintendo Online subscription service is being touted as good. He doesn't think it's very good. So let's read the comments, shall we? Let's read the comments on this one. This should be fun. I want to read the comments. Okay. So we've got Gene Park says it's actually been pretty good for some time. Unfortunately, doesn't allow purchasing games outright, but you get a ton of value with the sub. PlayStation 2. Gene Park is probably one of the only major gaming journalists that knows what the hell they're talking about. Shout outs to Gene Park. Puck Suck says it's really not bad. It's cheap and you get access to their classics. They keep adding more classics. What do you even get for Nintendo subscription? At least PS Ultimate, you're getting more than free games every year. What do you even get? Paul, it's been good. It was free for the first year, and it's a drop in the bucket to buy the lowest tier. Also, NES, Game Boy, SNES games. The network quality varies, but I think almost any first-party game that isn't Smash works fine. Plus, Tetris 99 is goated. It's always been Nintendo's MO to wait and see how much everyone else can get away with before doing it themselves. What does that even mean? It's always been good, says Sonic Mania 999. It's cheap, it has fantastic selection of classic games, and it does the job for a few Switch games that that have active online play. There you go. I'm glad I still only pay $16 a month. LOL, sucks to not be on PC. This person puts a meme. Always has been. Was really hoping for online upgrade for the Switch 2, 360 level minimum. Not sure it's even on Dreamcast level. Yeah, that guy's just trolling, because obviously it's better than Dreamcast. That was dial-up. So wait, you want to pay for Nintendo over Game Pass $50 for over 30? Huh? What I am so loose. Okay. What the bleep? I'm canceling my Ultimate. Calling Satya, Satya tomorrow morning. Be like, yeah. Let's see here. My greedy billion-dollar corpo was better than your billion-dollar corpo. Nintendo's the best of the bunch, financially speaking. Bleep, no, it's not. Can we please go back to the PS3 Wii days? You know, Xbox bleeped up when they're making Nintendo look good. They're doing the do nothing win meme. This is just, yo, it kind of is do nothing. They kind of didn't do anything. They just like slowly added games over time. And then now people are like, wait a minute. It's like low-key like the do nothing. Because it's like we've known about NSO for a while now, right? They slowly add games to this service. They don't have games that are like the big first-party day one games. They don't even have old games, like let's just say like Metroid Dread or something like that, or older games on there for like a discount or something like that. They don't really do much outside of, hey, you can play your games online, and if you like classic retro games, you can do that. Once again, Nintendo's the only company that can do that because their retro catalog is significantly better than anybody else's retro catalog. A lot of games, and they have the nostalgia to bind people. The retro catalog is just better. Microsoft has a retro catalog, but it's not anything that people are going to be willing to pay a lot for. Same thing, and I mean a lot as in like $50 a year. But if you're looking at it from a pricing perspective, like, can you get value out of all of these old NES games and, you know, all that stuff? I mean, yeah, sure. Sure you can. You can get value out of those. Like, you can get value out of those, you know? I want to look, though, because I don't know all the, what's it called? All the stuff that's actually on NSO, because I don't actually check all the time. So I want to go over and actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to go over and actually look. Nintendo has a really easy way of checking for everything. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna actually take a look at that, and then we'll kind of go from there. Oh wow, did they update it, or does it? Am I tripping? Okay, maybe I'm tripping. I thought maybe did they update the interface of the thing? Did they update it, guys? I don't know. Let me know in the chat if they updated the interface of the NSO. Hold up, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, okay. I thought it looked different. I thought it looked different. It looks a lot better. Like from like right here. Like it looks like a lot better. Oh, it's got the music. Hold up. It's got Mario Galaxy music playing. Yo, that's cool. Okay, only when you're on the Mario Galaxy. Only when you're right there. Yeah, only right here. Oh, wow. Reward for Wave 2. Okay, what do we got for waves? Hold up, give me a second. You got DK Bonanza limited time event. Oh, man. But you got to actually play the Donkey Kong Mad. You got Diddy Kong? Oh, man. You got all sorts of Kong stuff here. You got... I think I kind of just want to go with this one right here. All right, cool. I wish I can pick like select the whole thing. Can I select the whole thing? You got a couple Pauline ones. You got Dixie Kong. You got the Emerald Rush one too? Okay, hold up. Sorry guys, I just gotta get some of these icons real quick because I never remember to do this crap. I'm too old. I don't remember. They did. Okay, they did it for other games. Okay, see that's how much I know or not. I don't know. Oh, here we go. This Pauline one looks good. Angry Kong. Seems upset here. Alright, hold up. Let's go back to these, let's go back to this. Yeah, Mario Galaxy. Okay, cool. Yo, this is dope. Let me see here. Yeah, this is the one right here. We gotta get some of these Mario Galaxy coins. Let me do it now before or these icons here. Mario Galaxy 2, Luma. You got the spin drill. Oh, here we go. The spin drill. Who else we got? Oh, we need the Galaxy. Oh, yeah. We need the Galaxy background. These backgrounds are even good. Even if it's not, like, Mario. You don't have to use it. Like, these ones are pretty good. I'm not as big of a fan of the frames, like the circle frames, but they're okay. I'll pick anyone that has, like a space theme. All right. Bowser Jr. I don't know about Bowser Jr. Mario, that's like Rainbow Mario. No, I don't know about Rainbow Mario. Rosalina. Yeah, Rosalina's cool. You got Golem. You got Golem Mario. You got Balloon Yoshi Mario. Oh, yeah. We got to roll with Golem Mario, too. Yeah, I need to grab some of these. No Turbo Kong? No Turbo Kong. Well, maybe I'll pick up Turbo... Wait, let me see. Let me look at the Turbo Kong one real quick. Hold up. Let me look at this one real quick. We got... I like this one right here, man. We got Okay, no, I didn't do the back. Okay, hold up. These backgrounds are actually kind of busting right now. Hold up. These backgrounds are hitting, not busting, hitting. All right. This one right here. Oh, there's like a cracked, like shattered background with the yellow. I don't like the yellow though. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the yellow, but yeah. So wait, hold up. Okay. Maybe Kong Bonanza. Yeah. And then you got... Yeah, this one's good. Oh, is she holding on to his tie? Okay. I thought it was his fur. Paul, you gotta get another Pauline one real quick. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at the classics. Okay. So, for the $50 a year, yeah, I'm still rocking the Link, Breath of the Wild, baby. You gotta rock the Link. I love Breath of the Wild. I love Link. I love Breath of the Wild. So for $50 a year, so far they don't got many GameCube games, but they got some stuff. Super Mario Strikers, Chibi Robo, Wind Waker. This is actually really good. I mean, Wind Waker HD is way better, but I played and beat the original Wind Waker a million times, but this is, if you've never played it, then obviously it's pretty cool to play. F-Zero GX Soul Calibur 2. This is actually the only version of Soul Calibur 2 without using like hacks or mods that's online, that you can play somebody else online in without using like a PC hack or a mod or something like that. So that's kind of cool. You can talk about the GameCube. What is the GameCube? You can talk about the GameCube. What is it? It lets you know about what the GameCube is. All right, so you got the GameCube. You got, what is that? That's 5 games on there. You got 5 games. GBA. The GBA library is building up quite nicely. 2001 GBA. The GBA, you got Mr. Driller 2. Okay, you got F-Zero, Super Mario Advance. This is actually some pretty good stuff overall. And since Switch 2 is portable, or even like a Switch Lite, this is some pretty good stuff. I did play Wario Land 4 for a bit. It's not bad. You got Golden Sun, you got some RPGs. This is the game right here. Metroid Fusion is the game right here, bro. So you got to give this GBA. I mean, they could do more. It could be better than this, but this is not a bad lineup of GBA games. But once again, it could be better. I'd like to see about maybe like 60 to 70 games, but it's not up to that level. But whatever. I mean, you got Fire Emblem, you know, you got Metroid Fusion, Fire Emblem, Metroid Fusion, Minish Cap, Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones, Zero Mission, Golden Sun, Lost Age, and the original Wario Land. That's all. And then Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3. That's basically Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Bros. 3 Advance, where there's a bunch of extra content in these. Like, they put in all, like, the e-reader stuff in there. So, I mean, there's some, like, pretty dope stuff on here. And Klonoa as well, which is also a good game. 4 Swords. So it's not bad. If you're into classic games, it's not bad. I just need time to play this crap, but this is what I would play. If I had time to play all this stuff, I'd play Yoshi's Island. I'd play the heck out of that game. I would play Metroid Fusion again. I would play Superstar Saga. I would play Zero Mission, and I'd play both Fire Emblems. And I actually think that I might do a play, because I might do a play of Fire Emblem and Sacred Stones. I actually think that I might play these for real. You know, so I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I need to get some time to play it. But this is the Fire Emblem game that I want to play, and so is this one, Sacred Stones, as well. I've played them before, but they're so long ago, you know. Played them on PC and stuff, like emulate. So it's just like, you know, I want to play like actually on there. So that'd be dope. Okay, N64. You got an okay selection of N64 games. This is pretty much all the N64 games that Nintendo's ever released. You got pretty much the whole library right here. But I'll say this, the N64 box arts probably look the cleanest. This looks the best out of all of the presentation that we've seen so far. This by far looks the best, you know? This by far looks the best. Cleanest presentation of box arts that we've seen. I did put a lot of time into Pokemon Puzzle League for some reason. I don't know why I did, but I did put a lot of time into this game, and it's actually pretty good. It's cheap, and it's pretty good. In terms of cheap, as in the CPU is cheap. So I do like Pokemon Puzzle League quite a bit. I need to have some more time. I want to play more of Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. I never got a chance to play Pokemon Stadium 2 back in the day. There's Paper Mario, and there's Sin and Punishment. There's Banjo-Tooie, that's good. Excitebike 64 is also a good game. Jet Force Gemini, that's a good game from Rare. Mario Golf, I used to play this game religiously back in the day with my friend Josh. F-Zero GX, I got that for Christmas back in like 1998 or 99, I forgot exactly when. Obviously Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Snap, old school, 1080 snowboarding, played a ton of that. Yoshi's Story is pretty good, one of the few N64 games that run at 60 FPS. Extreme G, 007 GoldenEye, I've put like a bazillion hours into this game. I don't want to play it anymore, but it's still a cool game. Star Fox 64, another game that I've beat a bazillion times. I kind of want to go through and like speed run it or play that game a bit more. Blast Corps I never liked, but I know people like it. I don't like it. Pilot Wing 64 I never liked, but people like it. Mario 64 obviously put a ton of time, played the heck out of that game. It's fantastic. Wave Race, put a lot of time into that, thought it was good. Killer Instinct Gold, good game, and Mario 64, good game. So like, so far you're looking at it, I mean, yes, it's not like big day and date games, but it's some pretty cool classics, and for $50 a year, which averages out to what? 12, I mean, it averages out to a few bucks a month, right? It averages about $3. I think it's about $3 and something cents per month, right? It's not quite. It's yeah, about $3, almost $4, like about $4 a month. I mean, I don't think the service is terrible based on everything that you get here that we've been going through. I mean, that's a lot of games, and once again, it's classic games. It's not new games, so I get that. But I mean, you know, if you look through here, it's not bad stuff. Now the Super Nintendo library, that's the biggest one. Yeah, this is a library. Kirby Superstars, that's great. Donkey Kong 2, that's great. Kirby's Dream Land 3, that is great. Breath of Fire 2, really good. Yoshi's, you can play the original Yoshi's Island too if you want from the Super Nintendo. Killer Instinct, Wild Guns, Romance of the King, Romance 4 Kingdom. Okay, you got Earthbound, that's good. We need Mother 3. Reggie, give us Mother 3. Super Tennis, I don't know this Ignition Factor. Kirby's Dream Course, I don't like it too much. Jelly Boy, Kirby's Avalanche, Donkey Kong Country, goated game, Demon's Crest, too hard. Stunt Race, weird game. This game, New Horizons, weird. Super Punch Out, pretty good. Super Metroid, very good. Breath of Fire, the original, very good. Fatal Fury 2, very good. Claymates, interesting weirdo game. Peacekeepers, weirdo game, weirdo games. Let's see here. Logic Bomb, I tried this game. The game's weird as heck. Hey Punk, are you tough enough? Totally the 90s. Battletoads and Double Dragon. Incredible game. Hard as nails, but very good. Super Mario All-Stars, literally the granddaddy, the real. If you want to know what the modern remake came from, like remaster or remake, like one of the original remakes, Super Mario All-Stars is it. This game is incredible, and you can play it over and over. It's got the real Super Mario Bros. 2 on there, the Lost Levels. It's got Mario 1, 2, 3. It's got all sorts of stuff, man. It is great. I love Super Mario All-Stars. It's so good. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Okay, yeah, good Battletoads stuff here. Ninja Boy, Star Fox, the original Star Fox. That's great. Super Mario Kart. What else? Mario Paint. Let's go. You can use that for the Switch too, for the mouse mode. Rival Turf, Link to the Past, great game. Super Tennis, great game. Pilot Wings, incredible. Well, not incredible, but I played it. But Baseball Simulator. Joe and Mac, great game. F-Zero, great game. Super Mario World, obviously goated. Star Fox 2, never released originally, but also good game. I don't know what Big Run is, but that's also great too. Game Boy, you got a lot of Game Boy stuff too here, man. Like Ochre of Ages and Seasons, weird Game Boy Color games that your parents wouldn't buy you back in the day, Alone in the Dark. So yeah, you're missing the occasional game trials and DLC for Splatoon 2 and Animal Crossing. Okay, yeah, you get that stuff too. Like you get like the Mario Kart DLC, right? You get all that. But yeah, this is some good stuff. I might want to go back and when you look at the box art, it kicks me back to 30 years ago when I used to get swayed on if I want to play a game based off the box art, even though the game might not be as good. But you're looking at these box arts, and one, I get nostalgic. And two, it's like, wait a minute, hold up, I never got a chance to play those games back in the day. Maybe I should check it out. So, oh man, I just wish I had more time to play all this crap, man. But all these Game Boy games I would see in the game store, and man, I didn't have no money to buy none of this. But I wanted all this. I didn't even have a Game Boy. I didn't get one until Game Boy Color. But I would back when I play a game, my friend had a Game Boy, and we would go to the game store and we would see all these games and be like, man, I really want to play that. I really want to play all this stuff, you know? And you couldn't. You didn't have the money for it, you know? But like I said, it just reminisces. It reminds me. Pokemon trading card game, fantastic game. I used to play that back in the day too. Let's see. The cool part is you can play the game from the screen. Yeah, exactly, man. Show EU versions. Okay. Filter EU versions. Yeah, filter out those EU versions. Kirby, you got the Donkey Kong, all the Donkey Kong lands and stuff, man. Donkey Kong, this one right here. You got a bunch of Mega Man games. Like, man, Burger Time Deluxe, the Burger Time. I remember Burger Time on the NES. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm looking at it, and you got the old school NES, definitely the worst box art out of all of them. Old school NES games. There's a lot of NES games that they've added. So, yeah, Wario. I used to play Wario's Woods, but then I think they made a Super Nintendo version of Wario's Woods. So then I played that, man. No, man, this, like I said, I don't think it's terrible. I don't. Oh, River City Ransom. My brother and me, we used to play this game all the time. That's the Kunio-kun. The Kunio-kun type games. Oh, man, that was good stuff, dude. River City Ransom, fantastic. Punch Out. Oh, man. But they got the Mr. Drink. I mean, the Mike Tyson. And then this Double Dragon 2. I used to play this all the time with my brother. We would play River City Ransom, Double Dragon 2. Man, we played these games. And this Ninja Gaiden. Oh, yeah, we played that. Super Mario Bros. 2 Pro. Okay. RC Pro AM Racing. This is from Rare, for those who don't know. And I used to play this game all the time. But we need is there off-road? We need off-road from the NES. I don't know if it's here or not. You guys let me know if it's here. But we need off-road. Because I used to play RC Pro AM Racing. Off-road's a better game, though. It's better. Rygar. The old school Rygar. Solomon's Key. Man, there's all sorts of weird stuff. All sorts of weird stuff. Anyway. Like I was saying, or like I'm saying here, I don't think it's I think guys like Paul Tassi, just go off of what people say online. He doesn't actually try out the stuff. Like, I think that's why he thinks that it's bad, because he doesn't actually play it. Actually, today I did see that he said that only Sony has exclusives left, and he just didn't even count Nintendo in the first place. But when there's something negative to say about Nintendo, he's on the beat. He's there. He won't actually play the games, or he won't actually play stuff unless he's forced to through his job. But I'm guessing he's never actually even played the NSO and all that stuff. That's what I'm guessing. So yeah. But either way, yeah, it's funny to see people actually defending Nintendo's online. Like, that's funny in its own right. You know, that's like a funny thing in its own right. So yeah. So yeah. So you did that as well. So it's all good though, man. Shout outs. All right. So I did not, if you guys have comments on that, let me know in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, comments, all that good stuff on that. Hit the like button if you have not hit the like button. We are over 100 on the combo breaker, so I appreciate that. We can still hit the platinum and a half. If you guys drop a dono, make sure you put your music request in. That we did get a lot of people that were dropping donos, but no music request. So if you have a music request, if you drop a dono, put that music request in there. And let's get some questions answered. Let's talk about some games. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk. Let's go. Master Rican said, what did Paul Tassi say? That's some crazy type of mental gymnastics. He said that, oh God, now we have even, you know, people saying that we've got to the point where people are saying that even Nintendo's service is good. But I don't think he actually has used the service. But once again, I can understand why he thinks it's not good though. Like, I get it, because, you know, it's not like, people have complained about it a lot, and it doesn't offer actual bigger or newer games. So I get it. Yoshi Story main theme, yes, I can play that for you. Thank you for the support earlier. Jeffrey, Yoshi Story main theme. All right, here we go. Super Off-Road to Super NES was accurate. On the Super NES was an accurate arcade port. Okay, nice. Is that on the Super Nintendo, Huddy? Like the NSO? They did improve the service over time, but for the money put in, not to mention how the new server works, improves games. Not named Smash. I wish they had a cart feature for the eShop. Yeah, they need a cart feature for the eShop. I don't know why they don't have one. They definitely need one for that, because that'd be good. Like if you're buying multiple things, you know. So yeah, they definitely need a cart feature for sure. Hey, what's up, Pink? How you doing today, young lady? Good to see you here. Welcome. What's up, Deadlock? Welcome, man. How are you doing today? Shoutouts. Oh yeah, all that, and you have the Sega Genesis stuff on there. Oh yeah, that's true. We didn't even talk about the Sega Genesis stuff. There is Sega on there too, and I didn't even go through that. So yeah, there is Sega Genesis too. Yeah, there's Sega Genesis as well. So I got Vector Man. We also got Sega Genesis games. Yes, I forgot about that. But yeah, so I don't know. Is that worth $50 a year? Maybe for some people. For some people, it isn't worth that. So yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute, Pink. It's good to see you here. I know that you were like babysitting, like you were babysitting your nephews or nieces. So I know you're dealing with that and doing a bunch of other stuff and traveling and all that. So that's good stuff, Pink. It's good to see you though. Welcome, young lady. Let's see. NSO initially, when they first dropped, it was rough, but they built up quite the value. Now, which again is something we saw coming. Yeah, I saw it coming. I got called names though when I said that. So yeah. Wario Land on Virtual Boy is supposed to be amazing, so I'm looking forward to getting. Man, I don't know if I'm looking forward to putting a red screen in my face. You know, I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to doing like the red screen thing, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes on that one. You know, so yeah. Well, once they add GameCube games, it was already revealed, that'll be $800 worth of games, trying to get them physically. I mean, yeah, if you look at it from a pure values, like if you were to go out and buy the games, or even if you were to add up like the NSO, like with the old school Super Nintendo prices, I mean, it's literally thousands of dollars, right? And some of those games are really rare. So if you're talking about like actual physical cartridges, I mean, obviously the value is there. If you're talking about digital purchases for in the past, like NES games, Genesis games. I mean, obviously you're looking at thousands of dollars as well. So yeah, like the value's there in terms of just from a pure numbers standpoint. But when you talk about value, you're obviously looking at, okay, well, how good are the games? How often do the games come out? Stuff like that. Because once again, your time is limited. You don't have infinite time to play all this. Now, one of these days when I retire, I can't wait because I'll have infinite games to play. And I'll just be able to just play whatever I want every single day, you know? Do you think Microsoft wants to kill Game Pass? No, they're all in on Game Pass at this point. They're all in. Here's what they're doing. What they're doing is that they're leveraging Game Pass and the higher subs counts, higher sub numbers to kind of make more money, and then they're going to use Sony and they're going to use Nintendo for the day one, you know, buy the games. But they know people are going to cancel Game Pass, but they know those people are not, they're canceling Game Pass, but they're going to buy the games for $70. So they know that, yeah, well, we lost the Game Pass sub, okay, that's not good, but we're going to gain also more sales. If they like playing on Xbox, we're going to gain actual $70 game sales too. So it's a calculated risk. It's a calculated risk by them. NSO is awesome for people my age, 40 plus. Also, a lot of classics from our childhood for $50 a year. Yeah, that's true, Jamar. I think Virtual Boy was the coolest announcement in the Direct. Felipe, you're just being stupid. Definitely better than 30 per month for lots of classics, and the complete lack of so-called day one new Xbox games. Game Pass is all they care about. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. No, you get for $30 a month. You do get all. You talk about Game Pass Deadlock. You get day one games for $30 a month. So, I think the website for canceling Game Pass it crashed before, but it's okay now. It crashed before, but it's fine now. It's good now. But it did crash when it first it did crash. So. It did crash before, but I think it's good. All they need to do now is do Double Dash, Melee, Smash 64 on NSO, and it'll be perfect. Yes. Melee for me would be like the big one, would be like Melee's. But so we know Smash 64 is coming. But yeah, Melee would be the big one. The roadmaps is grim for them, but beyond Forza and Fable. Dude, let's be real. Didn't they have a E3 presentation or like this like a summer conference where they announced a bunch of games and I still don't know what's coming out? Like that's the funniest thing. Xbox Microsoft is the king of world premiere. And then you never hear about it again. And then I swear that world premiere only on Xbox. First ever look. They've done that 10,000 times and I still have no idea when any of those games came out. And I'm joking, I'm exaggerating a little bit. But it's like, that's what it feels like every time that I watch a presentation. World premiere, world premiere, world premiere, world premiere. And then it's like, there's like nothing in the year. And then I hear like guys like Colt and I hear guys say, oh yeah, there's been all these games. And I'm like, what are all these games? And it's like, and I think the problem that I have, here's the main issue. World premiere. Also coming to PlayStation 5 and coming to PC and coming to Switch 2 maybe later down the line. It's like, there's no identity. I forget things because it's world premiere and it's like multi-plat. Or you don't know if it's multi-plat. Or it could be multi-plat. Or it's going to be. Or there's like, it's like, I don't know, it's just weird, man. It doesn't feel the same vibe as like seeing, okay, here's Wolverine, PlayStation 5 exclusive. Here's Ghost of Yotei, PS5 exclusive. And yes, maybe PC later down the line, but for a good amount of time, no Game Pass, no nothing. This is what it is, you know? So I think that's why I remember, even though Sony doesn't have a ton of new first-party announcements, I'll remember them when they do announce it. Because it's not just a multi-plat. Usually, it's just more easier to remember and identify because they don't have a real high-end multi-platform strategy. And yes, are they doing multi-platform stuff? They are. Are they releasing some games on Xbox? Yes, they are. But it's not part of their presentations. It's not a big part of their vernacular right now, you know? So, or their repertoire right now. So that's the difference, you know? Yeah, world premiere of Perfect Dark, then canceled. Where's Fable, etc. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like world premiere, first ever gameplay look, and then it's like, cancel. You know, it's like, like I said, and I swear, this is definitely like Dumb and Dumber type of stuff. You buy Perfect Dark, you buy Rare, you make a company specifically to make a Perfect Dark game. You close down that company and you cancel the game before it comes out. Like, that is the most, like, how is that even a thing? We hand selected, we picked this company, the initiative. You named them the Initiative. The Initiative. Wow. And then you shut them down and you cancel the game on their, like, that is the most insane. And then not only that, but then you have other companies outside of your company fighting for who would own the rights to your game. That is insane. That is insane. That is wild to me. So that's the issue that I have, right? That would be the main issue that I have. It's like world premiere, and then like, where the game, you know? But I know that they released the games, guys. Like I said, I'm exaggerating, but like, I always feel like I'm like, I don't know. It's like world premiere and then like nothing, and I don't get anything, you know? Hey, shout out Feeding Frenzy. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, come on, Xbox. You could be killing it. They have the money, the studios. Yeah, just shut them down. Great plan. I mean, they do have a lot of games, though. They do have, I mean, they had South of Midnight. They had Doom the Dark Ages. What else do they have? They have Call of Duty. But it's like, the problem that I have, too, is like, Doom's always been a multi-platform game. I don't, yes, Microsoft owns them, but I don't see Microsoft, it's like, so what? All you did was like buy the licensing or buy the rights, right? It's still a multi-platform game. Call of Duty, like, yeah, they own Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty's always been multi-platform. Like, you don't get any credit for that, you know? You don't. It's been hard for me to give Microsoft credit for simply buying studios and then just keeping them multi-platform. It's like, oh, that's an Xbox. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now, if you're into Game Pass and all that, maybe, yeah, now you get that stuff on Game Pass, now it's that. But I mean, for me, as someone who's not a Game Pass sub, it's hard for me to attribute that. It's like, yeah, that's a first party game. Dude, it's been third party. You just purchased them, you know? So I think that's the problem that I have, at least. So while they do get credit, like, yes, they did make the game. They did do this. They did do that. So yeah, they did do it. So yeah, that was that. But at the same time, you know, it's hard to it's just multiplat. It's all just multiplat, you know? So yeah. Colt Ewell said I had a lot of fun playing Crackdown 3 instead of God of War. Oh, man. I bought a Series X at launch. At this point, I'm so disenchanted with this generation. I spend my time on Switch 2 debating getting a PS5 even with these high prices. Yeah, they raised the price again on the PS5. It depends on how much time that you have to play games and what type of games you're looking for. I suggest the PS5 if you're looking to get, you know, the top end performance out of the third-party games, like, so ensuring that you get 60 frames per second and all of the games are getting closer to that, and also getting Sony's first party. Like, do you like Ghost of Yotei? Do you like Soros? Do you like Wolverine? Like, are these games that you're really going to be excited to play? And also certain third-party games. And I think it's worth it if you're going to do that. If you're going to do, you know, those big first-party games coming up, plus you like, you know, Horizon, or you like God of War, Ragnarok, then I would say, yeah, it's worth, the PS5 is worth it. Plus the third-party games, once again, if you don't mind sitting on the TV and playing, or you got to buy a Portal if you want to play it portable. But if you have plenty of time, then I'd say it's worth it. But if not, if you just play casually every now and then, or just play your Nintendo first-party exclusives, and like Switch 2 is getting some good third-party support, unlike, you know, Switch 1 in the first year, then I would say yeah, then like you can just, you don't need to get one, but it's just based on how you like to play. Yes, they are in danger of making gaming niche again. Prices pricing the average person out. Yeah, I mean, lots of stuff being priced out right now. That's what I'm hearing. Do you think after the buyout becomes real, EA, they will change not to be greedy with the microtransactions? No, I think they'll continue being greedy with the microtransactions. So, I think they'll probably get rid of BioWare. I'm wondering what's going to happen to BioWare, man. I'm wondering what's going to happen there. So yeah. They have to pay off that $20 billion loan somehow. That's true. They do have to pay off that somehow. That's going to probably be through microtransactions. So yeah. Can't afford any more platforms. I'm just sticking with Switch 2. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. But don't you have a PS5, Justin? I thought you have a PS5 or like a PC or an Xbox or something. Yeah, the rumors is that EA buyers are hoping to save money via AI. Yep. You can save a ton of money via AI. You can save so much money via AI. So yeah. Average person plays Candy Crush on their phone. I mean, obviously it's more of like a Candy Crush is more of like a casual game and all of that. So yeah, a lot of people play Candy Crush. I don't play mobile games, but I know a lot of people do. So yeah. Let's see here. Video game crash coming soon. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a video game crash coming soon, but I think that it's definitely possible that we could see some major changes in terms of how how things kind of go, you know? So yeah. Kevin with the $1 dono says, can I get any music from Astral Chain? Yes, you can. Thank you, Kevin, for the $1 dono. Astral Chain music. Let's go. Thank you for the support, man. Let's go. Legion Assault. Thank you, Kevin, for the $1 dono. Again, it's the 104 on the board. Appreciate that. About 46 combos away from a platinum and a half, but we did reach the 41 platinum streak. So I got to put that up here, 41 on the platinum streak. So thank you so much. See if we can get the platinum and a half. Let's go.
Even further beyond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Goku. Super Saiyan 3. I just think this whole exclusives are a bad narrative. People try to push this stupid. The industry would be so damn boring if everything was on all systems. Yeah. But that's what, like I said, that's what some people want. They rather focus on like the actual well, it's about the games. It's not about your console war or whatever. But I don't know, man. To me, I like to have that that a little bit of chaos, you know, when it comes down to that. I think it's fun. So yeah. Nintendo just put out Galaxy One music on the app literally quite a few minutes ago. I love this service. The NSL subscription. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. They've been actually putting quite a bit of music up lately. Maybe it's gonna start ramping it up. I don't know. Didn't they just recently put like Princess Peach Showtime, and then they put like some Donkey Kong Bonanza stuff, and like they put and now Mario Galaxy music. Nice. I'll probably use it tomorrow morning when I work out. I wonder how much Ghost of Yotei will sell. It had higher pre-orders than Battlefield 6 and COD. It's not selling more than either one of those two. Pre-orders are one thing, but you know, people just like to, you know, like obviously people are gonna play Call of Duty on Game Pass. So, but yeah, I don't know if Ghost of Yotei is gonna outsell Battlefield 6, because Ghost of Yotei is only on PlayStation. Battlefield 6 is on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So I highly doubt that it's gonna do better than those. But we'll see. We'll see. It should do well, though. It should do really well. I mean, to be honest, man, like, it's been a hot minute since, I mean, outside of Death Stranding, but like for like one of those real core, like actually PlayStation-owned, major, typical Sony type of games. Like, yes, there was Astrobot, but that's not the typical, you know, God of War, Horizon, a game like that, right? So it's actually been quite a minute since we've had something like that for PlayStation 5. Like, I think God of War, like, when was the last time? I mean, obviously Concord was a huge failure. they purchased Stellar Blade. That's a purchased exclusive. Like, it's been a while since we've had that real true blue PlayStation exclusive. Like, that people are, that where the Sony fans are like, really like, this is what I bought my PlayStation for, you know? Outside of third party. Spider-Man 2, yeah, it's been 2023 was the last time. And we really got that true blue, like, okay, here we go. Like, Sony's Mario or Zelda or their Fire Emblem or their, you know, Smash Brothers or whatever, right? Like, their version, their equivalent of that. So yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, 2 years. Spider-Man. And for me, it's been longer than that, because I didn't like Spider-Man 2. I didn't buy it. I'm not as big of a fan of that. So I'm gonna pick up Ghost of Yotei, but I actually like Astrobot a lot. I like Astrobot a lot, so I know out of them, but still curious. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima sold a lot, so I'm pretty sure this one will do pretty good. Concord was worth the gap. Oh my gosh, Concord, still the biggest failure ever. One of the biggest failures ever. AAA failures ever. Wolverine is gonna make me get a PS5. Yeah, Wolverine's gonna make a lot of people get a PS5. I think next year should be big for PlayStation 5 because it's gonna be GTA 6. It's gonna be Wolverine and Saros. That's gonna be really good. But I'm interested to see the prices though, because the prices did go up. So we'll see how the market reacts, you know. So yeah. Who you got tomorrow? Niners or Rams? It's gonna be really hard to pick the Niners. No sane person is picking the Niners. Backup quarterback, Mac Jones. All backup receivers. Like, no Ricky Purcell. No Jawan Jennings. Oh my gosh, man. It is terrible. No Brock Purdy. No George Kittle. No Bosa. No Jennings. No Purcell. Like, the whole team is injured. Like, literally, like, and I say that as, like, exaggeration. Like, the whole team is injured. Like, if the Niners were actually, even if there was just, like, maybe Mac Jones, like, with Jennings and Purcell, then I would say, okay, maybe I would pick the Niners. I'd say, okay, they got a chance. But without your number one, number two receivers, without your number one defensive lineman, without your number one tight end, without your number one quarterback, without all your, like, they literally, it's all backups. Like, defensively, they're pretty good defensively with the exception of no Bosa. So I think they're going to be able to maybe hold the Rams a little bit here and there, but it's going to be tough. I mean, Kendrick Bourne is the number one receiver on the team. So right now, I think that the Niners, they don't have to worry about winning this game against the Rams, even though this would put the Rams in number one. What they have to worry about is getting healthy and making a run for the wild card at the end of the year, because after this game and the next game, they got kind of a soft schedule. And so they need to get healthy. Kittle's coming back in a couple weeks. They'll get Jennings and they'll get Purcell back in a week or two. So they can lose. Thankfully, they won the first 3 games, because if they didn't win those first 3 games, oh my gosh, they'd be looking at like 0-6 or 0-5 right now. You know, so thankfully, and they won 2 division games already. So they already won. They won. That was more than they won last year. They only won 1 division game last year. So they already won. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Seahawks. So that's good that they already won 2 division games. So if they lose to the Rams, if they lose to the Buccaneers, it's not the end of the world. They're 3-3. They get Brock Purdy back. They get Kittle back. They get Jennings back. They get Purcell back, and they can just go from there. 3-3, go from there. Soft spot on the schedule. You know, they could beat. I think they got like the Giants. Or they got like the Texans, and they got like some softer teams after these next 2. So if they lose these next 2, I'm not really too worried. Just get healthy. They need to get some guys back. You know. So yeah. Football's a joke. Glad that I don't watch it. It's definitely not a joke. It's a fantastic game. I think you probably just don't understand it that much, Jason. And that's okay. You don't have to watch though. I'm also a 49ers fan. Our team already way too many injuries, but that's okay. Injuries are injuries. That's part of the game. That's why you need to draft. That's why you need to draft and do well. That's why you need to, You need to have backups, because backups often dictate how well your season's gonna go. If the 49ers didn't have Mac Jones, they would have lost multiple games this year, because Mac Jones is a good backup quarterback. Last year they had a terrible backup quarterback, so they lost games when Purdy wasn't in, you know, because their backup quarterback was trash. The year before that they had Sam Darnold, who's a good backup quarterback, you know. So you got to have good backups, man. You got to have good backups and a good game plan. But yeah, if I was the Niners, I would grind it out. I would do ground and pound. I would put my fastest guys on the field. I would do ground and pound with CMC, short screen passes, short passes, get 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, take what the defense gives you, run the clock, and try to make this like a low scoring, grinded out game. You know, I would not try to, you know, pass the ball a lot. I would try to just do quick, short, you know, take what the defense gives you, because they're going to be playing back in zone. They're going to be playing back in zone and daring Mac Jones to throw them. They're going to be loading the box on, you know, they're going to be loading the box as well and trusting their guys to cover, because all the receivers are out. No Ayuk as well. Yeah, no Brandon Ayuk. So, right now, I think the Niners can just chill. These next couple games, play the backups. You can lose this game, lose the next game, and then get everybody back. I think Ayuk might even be almost ready to come back in 2 to 3 weeks. So get Ayuk back, get everybody back next in the next 3 weeks, and then go from there. You're 3-3. You're still very much in it. So that's what I would say to do. So these next 2 games, if they lose them, it's fine. But we'll see. If y'all get Juwan and Purdy back, you'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. We just gotta wait. Like I said, let the Rams win this game. The Rams have a fast track to win the division. They do have a tougher schedule than the Niners down the stretch, so the Rams have a lot of tough games. The Rams have more tougher games in the schedule than the Niners do, if I'm not correct. Let me see here. Rams schedule. Yeah, the Rams have a pretty tough schedule for the rest of the season. So they have the Niners tomorrow. Then they have the Ravens, but you guys, all the Ravens are gimped. No Lamar for that Ravens game. So you guys lucked out on that one. So no Lamar for the Ravens game. You got the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That's going to be a battle. You've got the Saints. That's easy. You got the Niners again in November. They might have everybody back by then. Then you got the Seahawks. That's going to be tough. Then you got the Buccaneers. That's going to be tough. You got the Panthers, which that's going to be a tricky sneak game. Panthers are not good, but you never know. Sometimes Bryce Young goes off. You got the Cardinals, then you got the Lions, then you got the Seahawks, then you got the Falcons, then you got the Cardinals again. That is a stretch. There are not a lot of gimmies there. Like, that last half is brutal. Cardinals, Lions, Seahawks, Falcons, Cardinals again. So, those are all winnable, though. Those are all winnable games. Those are all definitely winnable games. But yeah, having, you know, Seahawks twice, having Cardinals twice, having the Lions, you know, those are not gimme wins. Those are not gimme wins at all. So yeah. Listen, don't sleep on the Cardinals, man. Don't sleep on Kyler Murray, dude. Do not. Every now and then that dude gets real shifty. Do not sleep on Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, man. Do not sleep on them. That's the problem. You sleep on them, they might just sneak out and get a dub or two. Trust me, man. So do not sleep on the Cardinals, dude. They're not bad. The Cardinals are not a bad team. Like, I don't think they're great, but they're not bad. I think they're like an 8-8 type of team. You know, 9-8, or you know, I don't think they're a bad team by any means. You know. Let's see here. If the Seahawks win both of those games, bro. I mean, Seahawks are playing very good right now. They've got Sam Darnold. He is playing effective football. They've got a great defense. They might have the best defense in the NFL. And remember, the guy that they have as their head coach, where did he come from? The Ravens. Who's struggling on the defense right now? The Ravens are. The Seahawks defense is fast. They get pressure. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah, Niners winning that first game in Seattle. Oh my goodness. That was massive. The Cardinals game, sneaking out the Cardinals win, sneaking out that Seahawks win. That's massive, because they can lose these. The thing with the Niners is that they can lose these next 2 games. Like, and they'll be okay. They'll be 3-3. They'll probably be number 2 or 3 in the division. You know, they can lose these next 2 games and they won't be, it'll be okay for them. Like, honestly, and I'm not just saying that just to say that. Like, honestly, it'll be okay for them. Because they won 3 games like with backups for the most part. Purdy's only 1-1 this season. Mac Jones has won more games than Purdy has this year. So right now, if you're looking at it, the Niners got the Buccaneers next. That's probably going to be an L, but we'll see. They got the Falcons at San Francisco. They got to win that game. That's Sunday night. They got to win that Falcons game. You can't let the Falcons come in and beat them in San Francisco. So they got to get everybody back by then, I hope. So they're out this week. You got long rest for the Buccaneers. Falcons after that. And then they got the Texans. Then they got the Giants. Then they have the Rams again. Then they have the Cardinals. Then they have the Panthers. Then they have the Browns. Then they have the Titans. Then they have the Colts. Then they have the Bears. I like the Niners schedule down the stretch more than I like the Rams schedule because the Niners have, the Bears are not bad. The Bears, they're not great, but they're not bad. But Bears, Colts are playing better. What's it called? The Rams barely beat the Colts. But Daniel Jones, you can kind of, Daniel Jones has problems with the Niners. We saw that already. So Colts, I'll take that. Titans, I'll take that rookie quarterback. Browns, tough defense, but they don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Panthers, once again, like that's potentially 5 wins in a row right there. Panthers, Browns, Titans, Colts, Bears. And the Bears is in San Francisco. The Titans in San Francisco. The Panthers in San Francisco as well. So that could be 3 more wins right there. Giants, that's in New York. That's going to be a tougher game than people expect, but that's week 9. So, Texans, that's in Texas. I think it's going to be, once again, if the Niners can just get people back healthy, they're going to have Ayuk and they're going to have Kittle back. They'll have Kittle and Ayuk back by no later than the Texans, the Giants game. By November, Ayuk should be back by November. So the Niners can lose these next 2 games, but they have to win the Falcons in San Francisco. They have to win the Texans, and they have to win the Giants. They have to win those 3 games. If they lose to the Rams again, they can lose to the Rams, but Rams might be running away with the division at that point. So it's a wild card. And there's another wild card team. There's 3 wild card teams now. So they got to beat the Cardinals. They've got to beat the Panthers. They got to beat the Browns, although that's not as important at a conference. The Titans, they got it. That's an easy win. They got to get that. They got to beat the Colts. They got to beat the Bears. And then like the Seahawks, that could be for a lot of marbles there. That can be for a lot of pogs for that one. So it's going to be a tough season, man. Like it's not going to be easy for sure. So yeah. Let's see. Rams will not run away with the division. I'm saying they could run away with they could be running away with the division. They could. We got to see what the Seahawks do. Because the Seahawks, let's take a look at the Seahawks schedule. The Seahawks are good. I think the Seahawks are actually better than the Niners, but we stole a win there. So Seahawks schedule. So the Seahawks, they've got, coming up here, the Seahawks, they've got the Buccaneers this week. That's not going to be an easy win. They've got the Jaguars. That's not going to be an easy win. That's in Jacksonville. They've got the Texans, which is a tricky win. That can be a trap game because you got the Commanders and Jaden Daniels the week after that. And then you got the Cardinals. Once again, they can be sneakily tough. That's in Seattle, though. You got the Rams. That's going to be a huge game on Sunday night. They might flex that to Sunday Night Football. Rams versus that might be a big one. You got the Seahawks versus you got the Titans. That's easy. You got the Vikings. Vikings they're tough. They're not as good as they were last year, but they're still good. You've got the Falcons. Then you've got the Colts. Then you've got the Rams. You got the Panthers. Then you got the Niners at the end. So I mean, like, Seahawks got they've got a schedule on them. There's actually a lot of good teams that they're playing. There's really only 2 bad teams that they have for the rest of the year. Really only 2. Titans and Panthers. Outside of that, you're playing a lot of tough playoff teams from the year before, or teams that were actually good or have good players, So yeah, man. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a gimme for the Seahawks either. So a lot of season left. My college football team is doing good, at least. Yeah, you're a Tennessee Vols fan, right? You're a Vols fan? So yeah, we'll see about that. Just get Jimmy G on the 49ers in front and in the front lines, man. We might need Jimmy G. George Kittle might come back against the Buccaneers. They need him so bad. They really do need him so bad. I mean, Tonjes has filled in very good, but I mean, Luke Farrell, the guy, literally, we got him from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and what does he do against the Jaguars? Fumbles. What do they do? Score a touchdown right after that. It's like, come on, man. Shouldn't you be hyped to play against your old team? Went out there and choked. But yeah, Tonjes have been pretty good. He got he got a touchdown grab to beat Seattle. He had another touchdown grab to help out to get close in the Jacksonville game. He's not bad. Tonjes is a pretty good tight end number 2. I'd love to see more tight end sets where it's Kittle and Tonjes together when he comes back. But yeah, we need Kittle, man. We really need Kittle because right now there's the run game. Like, Kittle makes the run game so much better as well with his blocking. And right now, we don't have that. Kittle is like the director of all the receivers and all the skill position guys of blocking. So yeah. So it's one of those things. Just got out of engineering class. Hey, what's up, GS? Shout outs. Engineering, that's good. Nick would be happy to give you Jimmy G. Yeah. Jimmy G's he's the backup on the Rams, so so yeah. Not gonna lie, I do miss your Jimmy G rants you had when you played on your team. Yeah. The Jimmy, it was like good and bad for like Jimmy G. Like there was some good stuff that he did, but there was like a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is trash. Let's see here. Divisional games are always close. Not gonna lie, I don't think it'll be a blowout tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but it could be a blowout. Like, like the chances of it being a blowout significantly increase unless Shanahan grinds the game down. But if if they play like they did last week, it'll be a blowout. So they better be stressing ball security. Like I said, they need to do ball security. They need to do, CMC's playing. They have Isaac Guerrero. I don't know why they don't just... CMC needs to move to receiver at this point. I need him to move to receiver and then just do reverses and short screen passes and little flips to him, you know. That's what he needs to do at this point. He needs to just play receiver. And they need to put Isaac Guerrero in there. Guerrero last year had the longest runs for the 49ers were from Guerrero. He is a burner. 4.3 speed, big, tall guy. 6 foot, well, not super tall, but about 6 foot, 6'1". You know, big guy, runs a 4.3 40, was a state track champion, was a receiver in college or in high school. And they need to put Guerrero in there, man, because like he's so fast. Get him on the edge. Nobody can catch him. So I don't know why they don't run CMC. Like you can put him at running back too if you want, but run CMC at receiver a lot because CMC has more receptions than like a lot of receivers in the league right now. So put CMC more receiver spots, motion him out of the backfield, put Guerrero in there, fake screens to CMC, hand off to Guerrero the other way. Let him use his speed to the outside, you know? So we'll see. Here's the thing with Puka, man. The Niners must make other people beat them. If you're going to go down, do not let Puka catch like, 15 for like $130. You've got to bracket Puka. You've got to bracket him, and you've got to have a spy underneath. And then you've got to get pressure. Play man, Tutu Atwell, and the other and then you also have Devontae Adams, right? You got Devontae Adams. You've got to just play those guys one-on-one. You got to put Lenore on Devontae. You've got to just play one-on-one, and then you've got to bracket Puka, and then just hopefully your guys like Warner can stop the run, can stop the run with the running back you guys have, Williams. So I think that's what you got to do, but you can't let Puka just go off on you. You've got to stop him. That's like the number one guy that you got to stop. So yeah. I'm not getting the Digimon game at launch, no. CMC in the slot is deadly. The Panthers used him in motion a lot in the slot and was killing it, 100 receptions. If Cam ever gotten hurt, definitely would have had a deep playoff run. Yeah. CMC, I think he'd be good. And then having Guerrero as the number one back. But once again, they're never going to do that. CMC is, is such a big presence at running. He likes to play running back. He likes to get handoffs. But right now, he's not averaging that many yards per carry. And we need a little bit more speed to hit the hole. We need a little bit more speed out there. So that's why I'm saying, like, put Grendo at running back. You know, he's just sitting there wasting his talent. Like, Grendo hasn't even, I don't think Grendo's even gotten a single carry this year. It's like insane. You know, Brian Robinson Jr. is good, but you need a better offensive line for Brian Robinson Jr. Like, I think he's a good running back, but you need a better offensive line. We need someone that's going to be able to just avoid people and run and outrun people right now. Because the offensive line play, while it's PFF graded good, if you watch the games, like, the running lanes aren't there. Like, the blocking's not there because no Kittle, no Ayuk, you know, no Jennings. Jennings is hurt all the time. It's like the receivers aren't blocking as good as they need to block on the edge, you know. I don't know. I think the new Digimon game is dubbed. Yeah. CMC is the only guy I'm worried about. There's two guys on offense. Really? Yeah. The only guy you should be worried about is CMC, unless they put Garendo in there. If they put Garendo in there, you should be worried about him because literally he's faster than everybody on defense. He's literally a home run threat. If you go back and look at the Niner games where Grendo played, he had an explosive play every single game. Shanahan didn't play him a lot. They still put Jordan Mason in, but then he got hurt too. But Grendo, before Grendo got hurt, he had an explosive play every single game. We're talking 50, 60, 70-yard touchdown runs or like receptions. He's fast, man. He's like fast. So it's like, I would say be worried about him if he actually gets snaps, but Shanahan doesn't want to play him. So there's really nobody else to be worried about. I mean, Kendrick Bourne, he's not very good. DeMarcus I think we got Robinson, your old guy. I mean, he's okay, but that's not anything to worry about. Tonjes at tight end, he's all right, but yeah, who cares about Tonjes? Luke nobody cares about Kyle Juszczyk. Juszczyk can be sneaky every now and then, but he's really more of a fullback to block. And yeah, CMC's the only real superstar out there, you know. So Robinson has not had its moments this year. He's got like one reception because he was suspended for the first 3 games. So, yeah. It's one of those things. We'll see. That's why I wanted to take tomorrow off. So I could, because I know I'm going to be screaming and be angry. So I don't want to have to stream and have to go towards the stream into this, than to watching the Niners potentially get creamed. But we'll see. We'll see. They might get walloped. You know, they might get walloped, but they might actually play tough. Division games are usually tough, but there's too many backups, man. There's way too many backups. But I think the Niners will play them tough because their defense has been pretty solid this year. Like the Jaguars should have won that game like 50 to like 14. Like it literally should have not been a 1-score game. The Jaguars won by 5, but the Niners played about as bad as you can play. Turnovers, punt return for touchdowns, interceptions, fumbles. They just played terrible. Absolutely didn't block anybody, didn't do anything, and they lost by 5. So, and Purcell was out the last half of that game. Jennings got crunched. You know, they had no pass rush at all whatsoever. So no QB hits, no sacks, and they lost by 5. So I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a tough game, but we'll see. We will see. Should put a friendly bet on. Hell no, I'm not betting. No, I'm not betting. No. And it's time for me to actually go. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. I appreciate you guys. Shout outs to Jacob Foxtails. Thank you for the big donos. And thank you to everybody who supported the stream today. I appreciate that. Check out my most recent video. If you have not seen my most recent video talking about Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, check out my video. I'm not taking that bet. I'm not taking that bet. No. Well, hold up. Time out. Give me odds, Nick93. Give me. Are you gonna give me odds since they have a 78%, almost 80 percentile chance to win because of? So are you gonna give me like 3-to-1 odds? If you give me 3-to-1 odds, which would be equivalent of a 70%, I will take a bet. So what do you want to do, Nick? Like you want to do like $10? We'll do $10 bet, or you want to do 20? But if I win, you give me 60. But if you win, you get no 2-to-1. What? 2-to-1? Dude, they have a 78 percentile chance of winning. That 2-to-1 odds? No. Hold up, give me a second here. 49ers versus Red. Look at the percentile odds here. Hold up, or let's just look at 49ers schedule. Hold up here. How do I only get a 2-to-1? Look, dude, look at this, man. What? Dude, look. Come on. Look, dude, they have a 78 percentile win probability. How do I only get 2-to-1 odds? It's not. How do I only get 2-to-1 odds? Give me 3-to-1. Give me 3-to-1 odds, which would represent 3 out of 4. So 75. Give me 3-to-1 odds. Okay? You give me 3-to-1 odds, I'll do a bet. But 2-to-1 seems unfair. Yeah, Rams are 7. They're a whole touchdown favorite. I need 3-to-1 odds on this one. I need 3-to-1. You're gonna have the. We barely have the fan advantage. Like, it's a 61% sell through rate. So it's like, it's 40-60. Like, who cares? It's California, you know? Sometimes Niner fans be like taking off their 49ers hat and putting on their Rams hat. Sometimes Rams are taking off their Rams hat, putting on their 49er hat, depending on who won the Super Bowl or who gets there at least. So, man, these people be flip-flop, and McDrop, and magic cart, flip-flop, McDrop. I'll be trusting no damn Californians who buying tickets. Trusting no Californians buying tickets, man. They Niners fans now. Might be Rams fans later. I need 3-to-1 odds for this right here, bro. Look at the 21% win ratio. Terrible. You win, I'll give you 30. All right, 3-to-1. Okay, deal. 3-to-1 odds. All right. I'll take 3-to-1. I'll give you $10, Nick. You've already been supporting with memberships, so I'll give you $10 back. I'll take it. 3-to-1 odds. Okay, deal. I'll take 3-to-1 because it's like, okay, if I lose, I lose. You know, whatever. It's at $10. But if I win, I get 30. So I mean, hey, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. I'll take it. I had to sit there and cry and complain. Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take that bet. I'll take that one. Yeah, make it a little interesting. I agree. Make it a little interesting. Okay. So now that we got the bet out of the way, you guys pray for my mental health tomorrow when I watch this game, okay? Pray for my mental health. Pray for my mental health and pray for me, okay? Crying and complaining. Raise the price. I had to make Nick raise the price. Raise the price, Nick. Raise the price. Not drop the price. Raise the price. Oh my gosh. No, I'll make it interesting. I'll make it fun. All right, sounds good, guys. I love it. I love this. All right, okay. So we are wrapped up for today, guys. Make sure you check out my most recent video. I have a what's it called? I have a new video that's out, Super Mario Galaxy. Make sure you guys check that video out, going over the reviews and what happened there with the Galaxy 1 and 2 reviews, where it's significantly lower, almost 10 points lower than the original game. So go check out that video if you have not seen it. Appreciate you guys coming out to tonight's stream. Go watch the vids. The vids are doing a little bit better as I'm working out this new algorithm from Nintendo. Why not just pay him a month of Game Pass Ultimate? I don't want Game Pass Ultimate. But all right, guys. Love you guys so much. I appreciate it. And we'll see you for the next one. Thank you guys for all the donos. Thank you guys for all the support. Appreciate y'all. All right. Peace out. Love y'alls.